If you
Okay, Zombie Namor is
this
really hot. I'm
podcast
not
fuck-
gonna lie to you.
No. We crossed the line of literally fucking the undead, okay?
what?
Zombie Namor's hot.
We
Oh,
crossed the line at zombies.
Mhm.
I have my reasons. You're just gonna have to hear me out later.
Isn't there a certain term for
You're going to have to hear me out on this.
Isn't there a certain term for people that have an affection with corpses? I forgot what that term is.
This is different because they're undead.
Necrophilia. There we go. Yeah. But
Is
it's
it
still
really
rock
necrophilia if they're undead? I have my reason. I have my reason for why I think Zombie Namor is hot. You're just gonna have to wait and let me explain later.
Gotcha. Do you guys, audience? Here's a question for y'all. Do y'all think it's necrophilia when Deadpool is literally banging a whole skeleton?
Yes.
Well, that's the embodiment.
Exactly. And she's a whole skeleton.
She's
that's
literally dead. You don't get more corpse than that.
She has titties.
Necrophilia.
Some
dead people.
Yeah. So in some depictions she's a full skeleton. In some depictions she has flesh.
The literal embodiment of death. Are you gonna say that it's necrophilia if you want to bang Hela?
Let me put you this way.
Yes.
Yeah. Let me put you this way, right? When Deadpool came back to life, right, the first thing he saw was what he thought was death. So he started making out with her, only for the person right next to him saying, Deadpool, that's not actually death, you're actually smooching an actual corpse.
Yeah, well, that's different. That's not Lady Death. That's a skeleton. That's a difference.
Okay. We're trying to get our terminologies in order, audience. That's
by the way, Cryptid, I'm at 30 layers right now on this drawing, so your 5 layers is abysmal.
I just like to think some things are easy. That's how my mind works.
You don't understand the artist's brain.
But yeah, Jake, you were saying something earlier.
Saying fuck whoever supports this shit.
What? Oh, you're talking about peace, aren't you?
Peace. Love.
No. Jake, say that for the review because we do have to actually have that conversation. That's going to be insane.
Okay.
We have to sit down and debate and actually talk about.
Okay.
Worth this.
Okay. All right. Let's wait. Well, okay. Since we have so much juicy topics as it is today, audience, let's just get right to it. All right. Welcome to Contact Live, the news and reviews of the week, audience. You're here, Cryptid Seeker 405. Intros are for Tuesdays, while a sore throat is for Mondays. So move on.
It's me, Jake Talano. I'm here to say, listen, I know you might want to be part of the group that saves the world, but dog, you're just bad luck sometimes, and we can't let you on the squad. So, shout out to my boy.
Gotcha.
Bricky wall, Austin here. I think Namor broke my wall. My goodness, messed up now.
I'm Richter, also known as the Witch of Jotunheim, pronouns they, he, and the Halloween Nightmare Before Christmas event is happening in Twisted Wonderland very soon for the English servers, so I need to clear up some storage, besties.
And together we form the Phanatics, and we talk about the news and reviews of the fucking week. All right. Now this week we got a lot of reviews. Some say too many. No, I'm just kidding. We're good. We have Marvel Zombies to talk about. That came out. That was an event that Marvel wanted to talk about. All right.
It certainly was a thing of the year.
Yes. Insomniac said, "I know the leaks made us look bad. Don't worry, I got you." And so they released Marvel's Wolverine PS5 trailer.
Boo!
It's crazy.
Shit.
Because, I'm going to tell y'all right now, I saw the leaks. The graphics might change. That's fine. Still what I saw. I'm just saying.
I'm on the negative side, Wolverine, but we'll get to it.
Batman goes to the southern parts of America the continent.
He appropriates someone else's culture once again.
Appropriating someone else's culture, as a rich man will do.
No, it's somebody else appropriating the Batman tool, even though their culture would go against, even though their culture will go against what Batman's supposed to be about. But we'll get to it. So
we'll talk about it later.
Oh, you know what? I mean, the next one. Oh, and also we have to get our daily dose of peace. But the question is worth the cost of that mission?
Is peace worth the cost of security?
Exactly.
Yes.
And words Captain America.
Twisted Wonderland will be coming at you because they released their first trailer finally. First, right?
The official trailer, not the
official trailer. Right. And because I'm not sure what my schedule is going to be like for this podcast, I will review something that I might have reviewed tomorrow if I was sure I was here. I'm going to do it today.
It better not be vampire thing.
It's not. Because, no. If those I would review on Tuesday regardless. Those are my Tuesday stuff. But it's just something that there's just another thing that's not in my normal review rotation that I just want to review once and then be done with it. So.
All right, post the topic, please.
Okay. Well, first, I just want to read a couple of comments because we have some comments.
Already?
Yep. All right, our good buddy Tevia. I found Marvel Zombies to be wasted potential, in my opinion. I have thoughts on the same line.
Save your opinions for when we get to it.
And the last one is I forgot Aztec Batman. Well, as the one
I did too.
As the one Hispanic
telling me, I will never forget that came out.
I had a chance to meet the writer of the movie.
As the one Hispanic here, I kind of felt like it was my duty to at least watch it. So
I didn't watch it. I didn't have time, and I didn't know it came out.
Gotcha. Oh, same thing with Tevye, apparently. Which all right, but I'll fill you guys in. But speaking of filling us in on something, which I hear we have something called socials, right?
Yeah, we do. First of all, subscribe to the fucking YouTube channel because I started working on the surprise for the whole audience. If you subscribe and get us to 100 subscribers, I've been working very hard on it. I spent too many plane rides working on this thing, so yeah. Anyways, you can also find us on Twitter at Comic Phanatics 69. Remember, Fanatic with a PH. Okay, remember that. It is mostly run by me, but sometimes I have some assistants if I can for XYZ reasons.
You hear me?
Yes, you, Austin.
My bad. My grandmother called me.
No, you're good. Anyways, if you don't want to follow the whole squad, you just want to follow me, you can find me on my Twitter at Witch of Jotun with an E instead of a U. I try to post on there sometimes when I have Wi-Fi, which I do not right now. Anyways, you can also find me on TikTok and Instagram at witch_of_Jotunheim. Fun fact, if you want to commission me for some art and help a guy out, you can find me on my Instagram. I can give you cool art. I promise it's cool. Anyways, you can find me on Blue Sky and Tumblr at Northstar Aria. You can also find me on Red Nose /Hongshu whenever I remember to post on there. Hopefully soon. It will be at Witch of Jotun. And if you want to support my Ko-Fi, it's going to be Witch of Jotunheim. And like I said, please commission me. If you see this, commission me for some cool art. Hit me up. If you want to find Austin, he is a wall. I don't remember where he was put last, but he was put somewhere. I don't know. Austin, where you at?
I want you to know it. I almost made comments with the Phanatics name, and I remember to switch to the last second.
Yeah, Cryptid's in the same spot, just chilling. And Jake, where you at?
I keep trying to leave Caddick Academy, but this fucking nonsense won't end, dog. I keep trying.
That's cool. Well, I'm stuck inside of a storybook for some reason, hanging out with this really.
My God! Tell Sonic said hello, dog.
I'll tell Jack I said hi. Don't worry.
No, Sonic, bro. The story.
I'm not chilling out with Sonic. I'm chilling out with Scully J. Graves over here. Okay.
Sonic's also in a storybook somewhere.
Okay. Yeah, Sonic has a history of going into storybooks and fucking up the timeline. Right?
Well, I'm not chilling out with Sonic. I'm chilling out with Scully. Okay, cool.
Not the self. Fine, get Scully. Get rid of him.
Gotcha. But alright then, guys. I guess with that out of the way, you guys want to get started?
Yes, please.
Gotcha. All right. What better way to start with a Talk with the Dead audience? We're talking about Marvel Zombies review.
It's that
Yeah, her
one
teeth
that everyone
crooked.
stems for.
Huh?
Okay, everyone.
Are there
Everyone,
teeth
I feel like
crooked?
first off, I feel like everyone give their general unspoiler
Mhm.
thoughts on the season.
Gotcha.
My
Um,
spoiler thoughts is that I
No,
liked it.
you liked
No,
it?
my non-spoiler.
I'm spoiler.
My non-spoiler thought. I said it, but I didn't mean it. I liked it. It had problems, and we will get into them.
mhm.
I hate you.
Gotcha.
But
Oh my
I
God.
overall enjoyed the ride.
For me, I could. My thoughts on this was like you could definitely tell this was a product of his time. Like by time, I mean a couple years ago, where
I can
they
tell it's a what if
expect,
writer.
yeah, yeah, where where you could tell the studio expected certain characters to be bigger than they ended up being, which fits in line with what Tevia said earlier. It had wasted potential, but we'll get into that more later. Um, yeah, I just felt like it was wasted potential. There should have been other characters that they should have emphasized more in this, but we'll get to it. Mhm.
I guess let me go, and then you can go, and then you go straight to your,
Yeah, no.
your
That's
spoiler
why I
stuff.
was like, I'm letting you know. You can go
Yep.
first.
Oh, okay. So, um, I'm gonna admit to bad work on it
Mhm.
because as a person who loves the little details when it comes to this type of stuff,
Mhm.
with how jumbled up it is, it was actively aggravating me. You guys, Jake, I was like actively getting annoyed watching this show with him, and
Okay.
rewatching it. It only made me worse because I found more stuff to question.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And I get the show's like it's hard to hold it against the show because the show obviously it's a 4 episode thing, but it's
Mhm.
also like certain stuff you could have easily just lined up there that should like it shouldn't have been a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Which.
I give it like a 6.
Okay, that seems reasonable. I'm
Mhm.
in a similar boat with a lot of the other guys. I thought it was all right. I feel like it should have been longer.
Yeah,
Also, I knew that it wasn't going to be like a 10 out of 10 show because Zeb Wells was the main
yeah,
writer of this.
Yeah.
Also, I feel like certain characters should have done more,
yep.
and
Mhm.
certain other
Yep.
characters, Wanda, should have done less.
Thank you, Witch. I'm
Gotcha.
so glad we agree
Sorry,
on this.
Sorry, this is not Wanda. This is Wendy.
Fuck.
Sorry, this is Wendy. Fuck that
Gotcha.
whitewashed
Um,
bitch.
Gotcha. But all right, now that we gave our general consensus, wait, let me just read Tevia's consensus here in the comments. I did see Marvel Zombies though, and like the comics, it started out strong, but man, oh man, it fell apart with its ending.
I
Yeah, that's a
agree.
problem. Yeah,
Thank
that's a problem. It's being consistent with all the other with most of the other Marvel
The
shows.
I
only good
can
Marvel
I
zombies is Marvel
it's
Resurrection and Red, White, and Black. Or Red,
Yeah,
White, and Blood.
red,
yep,
white, and blood, yeah.
gotcha.
No, it's
And
black,
then
white, and blood. It's black, white,
Yeah.
and blood.
There you
gotcha.
go.
But
And
I feel like this story like highlights my problems with like the original run of Marvel Zombies, where
mhm.
it's just like there are plot inconsistencies.
Yes.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
like you know how in the original comic where if a zombie doesn't eat feed for enough, the hunger just goes away.
Stop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for some reason they can just come back like they did with Spider-Man in that one
No,
story.
to be
Yeah.
fair, they did try to explain that by saying the teleport messed up their genes when they went through it.
Do you guys ever,
But I agree it was stupid.
speaking of consistencies with the zombies' attributes, you guys ever find it funny that like the zombies seem to choose who they want to completely
Yeah, they
eat?
barely ate people. They just started ripping people apart for no reason.
Yes, exactly. You see one person, I'm not going to name them yet, but their body parts like literally fly all over the place, audience. But then you
Oh
have
yeah,
like
I
other,
remember what scene you're talking about. I
yep,
remember.
yep. But then you have like when it comes to like certain superheroes, they'll just take one nibble of you and they'll be like, "We're done. We're moving on to the next." Like, really?
I rewatched it to see if it was like, oh, if it's the ones under like Wanda's control that was just ripping
Hmm.
people apart because she's just making them kill people. But no,
Yeah.
even some of them just randomly eat people too, so it didn't matter.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. And yep, you're right, Tevi, by the way. So yeah, it was supposed to be a
Yeah, it was
sequel.
cool to see Blade, but
Also,
it's weird his first appearance is a what if appearance as a different person.
also,
Again,
are we
it's a
talking
That just
spoilers
tells
right
me.
now? Are we talking spoilers just yet?
Real
Yeah,
quick, real
yeah.
quick,
Let's get into it.
real quick. To
let's
answer,
take.
that tells me, as far as Blade's concerned right now, they're like, fuck it, we don't know.
Oh, they did. Yeah, I'm just like Jesus Christ. Like I love
He
Blade.
didn't have his regular
Blade
powers in
Knight
this
in the
show.
show, but I feel like he was underutilized. Besides just the aura farm.
There's
they
no
pretty
point in the show where he used super speed.
Yeah, audience, pretty much all his prize shots were in the trailers, really. You
Yeah.
know, like the more I think about it.
Him
Minus
fighting
the one,
ghosts, him killing
that one
things.
shot where they were falling through the air and he was aura farming. Then
Yeah, he was like Piccolo.
Yeah,
that's what we were saying.
like, man, I guess if you want to count that scene, you know. So, all right, now that we got our general consensus out of the way, we could talk about the actual spoilers of this. So,
Yeah. Okay. Can I go
Yeah,
first?
go first, Witch. Get this name out of the way, please.
No. I want to talk about something else. We'll talk about Namor in a little bit.
Okay.
Oh,
I feel like, in my personal opinion, I get why they did it. But I feel like they killed Kate and Riri off way too early. In that.
Kate
I don't
definitely
think they should have been
killed
first
too
episode people.
Yeah.
No, but like I understand why is because it was for Kamala's like character growth, but at the same time it's like.
But that was my problem with it because like she would already lost her family. I think that's the most character growth you would have needed.
Yeah.
At least I keep one of these bitches alive.
Because like her whole show was family oriented. Her whole family's dead now. It didn't really seem to matter until her friends died.
Yeah, I don't know. Also, the fact that they underutilized Captain Marvel and Icarus only for
Actually,
one.
just put Icarus on the screen. So we talk to episode 1.
Yeah,
Okay,
we're gonna go through each episode.
Icarus, go ahead.
I mean, like Icarus was pretty fucking cool in this. Like, I'm glad that he wasn't a zombie in this, so he had his own autonomy. I guess you could say, quote unquote.
Me and Chris debated about this before the show came out. I was telling him I don't think he can get affected because I don't think he counts as a person.
No, and they bring it up. Like Friday brings it up that he's an inorganic being. So so it makes sense for him to not be a zombie.
Yo, honestly, the Eternal should have been the last line of defense, bro. That would have been
Yeah, the fact that they bring it up and that's why Icarus alive, but the rest of them just don't get mentioned was weird.
I mean, I guess they just didn't have the time because it was only 4 episodes and they had so much other.
I get that, but when it comes to like certain stuff, like Druid who can mind control a whole goddamn town just like Wanda, like he would have been a way crazy way to like try to counter her.
I would love to see
and all the other, like their powers were insane.
Do you think Druid could possess zombies?
It would have been.
I believe so, yeah. As long as their mind technically works, then yes.
It would have been useful.
And zombies can learn, so their mind's still working.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. I guess we'll never know.
Okay.
But
okay, just to catch people up, who's the druid? I forgot.
Druid was the mind control one who dated the speedster.
Makari, yes.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, you didn't like that film. You're not going to remember any of these 10 people. Okay?
Yeah, most people aren't. So, all right. Continue on.
What else was I gonna say?
Wait.
I'll say.
Yeah, this
this
Marvel Zombies was a sequel to Marvel's What If, but it was not a sequel to the Ultron What If episode.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Saying, I still don't understand. Is Scarlet Witch plan with Miss Marvel? Because frankly, her plan really made no sense to me because I felt confused.
We will get to that when we get to episode 4 because rewatching it, I think I understand what you tried to do, but it was stupid.
And he's also saying your Demon Slayer profile looks cool. So
thank you.
Awesome.
That's Chichiro from Kagurabachi, drawn in the style of Demon Slayer.
Nice. Okay, like also there is something I wanted to add to the shortness of Icarus's quote unquote. Well, he's basically an extended cameo, You see that all you see that all throughout this series, these 4 episodes. You have like big main players coming in, and I wouldn't say blink and you miss it, but they're just pretty much extended cameos, which is sad, but it is what it is. Apocalypse,
We will go through that later because I really do have something to say about one of them. But about the Icarus thing, Captain Marvel should have killed him.
Okay.
And I don't mean it in a sense of like, oh, he's weak. His power, he got destroyed by the sun. She can,
Mhm.
and well, I tell you what, her relighting a sun doesn't mean she's as powerful as that, but she
Mhm.
survived being in the middle of that sun and then flying away. She's clearly
I
more
think
powerful than Icarus.
I would have just liked the scene where she was like exhausted at least, or some fatigue.
And
Well,
like,
well,
and,
Yeah.
well.
she
Because
started oral
Carol
farming
is a zombie.
in mid fight, where Icarus, which there's a scene where before before she fights Kate, where you see she's just aiming for these people the whole time, and Icarus
Uh-huh.
just kind of letting her do it.
Well, well, because Icarus went into the sun, if I remember correctly, to kill himself. So he might have just stayed there till he died. It doesn't mean he
Yeah.
instantly.
No, we saw how he
You
died.
Yeah, he
you
went into
guys
the sun
can
and died. Right?
Yeah, he was flying into the core. He
well,
blew up as he got into it.
Oh, okay.
okay. Now here's a question for you guys. All right, so she could go blow to blow with Icarus for like what 5 years straight.
Yeah,
You're
5 years
telling,
straight.
you're telling me like a crappy arrow was enough to go right through her?
She is a
That's what I was going to bring up.
Yeah.
In what universe did she think any version of Hawkeye's fucking ball was going to do something to Captain Marvel?
Well, she
I
didn't
mean,
know
keep
what
in mind.
Hawkeye was
Okay, so
back then.
No.
let me
Cryptic. Even
explain.
of what we
She
saw,
didn't get
the
the
best
proper.
arrow he has is the pimp arrow and the
Uh-huh.
bomb
Well,
arrow.
she didn't know what kind of trick arrow it was. She never
No,
got
Yeah.
I
the
understand that,
arrow.
but that's why I wouldn't use it against a cosmic being.
Well, it was you either use it or you die at that point, you know.
No,
She
it was
didn't
no,
die
it was not.
anyway. So it
Because
was kind of
no. To
nothing.
be fair, no. To be fair, Carol was flying at her. I agree. She had to shoot something,
Mhm.
but that's my problem
Mhm.
with the Icarus thing because they was mid fighting her. He stopped fighting her for that.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
Friday mentioned the only reason why they would stop fighting, with like the pause their fighting, was if anyone was stupid enough to get in their way.
That was Blade. Yeah,
can I also just bring up the fact that wait, at what point has Clint ever carried like a party confetti arrow?
Maybe he was
he
throwing a
mentioned
party.
it once.
I just can't think.
He
Like, no.
mentioned it. He mentioned it one time in Hawkeye.
Um,
I think for Icarus, it was like, bro,
There's a scene of her asking about trick arrows, and he mentioned that arrow.
I think when you've been fighting someone for 5 years, any chance you can get like 5 seconds of a break, bro, I'll be like, oh, thank God.
No,
Yeah.
he has unlimited stamina. That's why his
I know,
dog can fight now.
that's mentally draining, dog. I'll be like, yo,
No,
come
it
on.
was just the fact that
We
we
don't
saw
know
it pierce her
when
body,
Carol
but
got
his
turned.
punches can't do anything to her.
Plus, we don't know when Carol got turned into a zombie, so you don't.
That's my problem with a lot of this stuff.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
She got 10.
Probably.
Yeah.
Because you like even going by episode 1, I don't know what fucking situation happened that will lead to Riri from New York, the chick from San Francisco, Kate from New York as well. Who I guess they can kind of meet,
Yeah.
and Kamala from where the fuck she was, where these
Jersey.
two end up meeting up.
Yeah.
The whole show is they go around the world. So, I mean, it would just happen. I mean,
I know.
I'll say,
I just wish we had a
Wait.
flashback to when they met because
Wait,
from
like-
our point of view, it's like these three
Jake, if
people.
Jake, if you're referring to like Kamala going out to recruit heroes, like that couldn't have happened in this timeline.
No.
You know,
I'm
'cause
just saying
Kamala
what
wasn't even a
I'm saying
superhero.
that
yet.
in
No,
this
he's
show,
just saying, oh, because the zombie apocalypse, everyone's on a move. Eventually, people are going to meet up, and I agree with that. It's just like because this
Wow.
is such an unusual parent, I do wish we saw the origin of their parent, like how we saw the
And if
Kung
I
Fu
have to see
flashback.
any more people
Or
on
conversation.
Twitter be like, "Oh my God, we finally have our MCU Young Avengers," I'm going to snap.
That was absolutely pissed me off.
It was a taste of what we were expecting, pretty much. You know, with these three characters. I mean, the only people that were really missing at that point was Cassie Lang and America Chavez. So yeah, this
Well,
is.
You think
yeah.
America's gonna be here? You think she wants to come to this universe?
Yeah,
No,
to be fair, you absolutely could not have America here because she'll just leave.
Well, no. I'm just talking about like what their plan was going forward for
No, I
the Young
understand. But I'm
Avengers
just saying,
project.
if she was in this show, she would just leave.
Also,
Like,
in the MCU,
like,
there can
look.
only be one America Chavez.
Yeah. I mean, like I do remember like seeing like one influencer like being.
Oh yeah,
asked,
I actually forgot about that. That would have to
Yeah.
be the main line America Chavez too. That's the worst part.
Yeah. I did see like one person like being asked like, you know, why didn't you do a review of Marvel Zombies? And they said because of like the first 15 minutes of the show. And to that I can at least understand what they were meaning because like, you know, the trailers depicted this series as real gory and
real, real
zombie-ish.
dark, real
But then-
action packed.
Can I
but then
Can I
wait.
bring that up real quick, because
which
this is something that's been on my
characters?
mind for a while.
Can I just finish my
Um,
point first, and then you could say it? Which?
or
Okay. But when this series opened up, it was immediately about those trio, right? And yeah, there were some quirks, there were some gags between the two, and then when I saw the Iron Man body with that stuffed teddy
Teddy
bear
bear.
head, oh boy, I was thinking, oh geez, this is the sort of tone they're going for, aren't they? But thankfully, that was just a 15 minutes audience. Like that tone was not consistent throughout the whole series. So
Go ahead, Wade.
yeah, go
okay,
ahead.
so you brought up the rating, which was TVMA, and
Mhm.
I feel like since they got that moniker, like that rating, I feel like they put too much emphasis into the gore and stuff rather than the plot. Because like
Yeah.
a zombie story
Yeah.
is a lot more than just the gore
Mhm.
and the death. And it's about, if you have human survivors, it's more about like how they would survive in this kind of situation and everything
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And
It's like keeping
motherfucker,
your humanity even
these are
when the
fast
world goes to hell.
zombies. These are fast
Mhm.
zombies, and we don't even have speedsters here.
Mhm.
Yeah, bro, that's
So
so
we don't
crazy.
got no zombies. So you gotta
Mhm.
like put some work into this plot.
Yep. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. I'm about to say they were lucky that Quicksilver like shit didn't happen. I don't know if you remember, Marvel Zombies became a worldwide thing because Quicksilver got bit in the comics.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hey, Mystique deserves a fair amount of blame for that too. I got to bring that out.
No,
All right.
I'm not gonna give her the blame for being smart. That's all you
No.
want.
Look,
Oh,
she had her advantages and she took it.
Yeah,
yeah, she exploited his heart for his sister,
it, it was just
Like
funny that Quicksilver thought his sister was there for some reason. Like that's why I
mhm.
was laughing at.
Mhm. Gotcha.
But like, yeah,
All
I
right.
feel like we have no speedsters in this story, so I feel like that's probably like this went
I
from
think Carol's
like
the closest you
28
get
days.
to a
This is
speedster.
like, luckily we're not
Yeah.
Train to Busan zombie story.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah,
my god,
yeah,
kill
yeah.
me now if I was ever in that movie. Okay.
Gotcha. Let's see.
uh,
So, what
and
punch
see,
we
everyone
talking
else
about?
killed up in the first episode. We talked about Icarus. We talked a little bit about Blade. Riri was fine. I didn't like her dialogue that much, but it was okay.
Hmm.
I didn't like her dialogue. 'Cause there's literally a point where like the Quinjet crash,
Yeah.
and I'm like, is that a Quinjet? And she goes like the full know-it-all. Actually, it's a Quinjet model. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, bro, I think I told Jake in the call. I'm like, bitch, we gotta run. What are we standing here for? If we're gonna get help or at least fly away, that's the key. Can you fix that? Can we ask about these questions?
You see, if this was like the regular Marvel world, Marvel stats, I could understand that sort of quip or that sort of like comment she'll make. But like when you're in a zombie apocalypse, you don't know who's popping up, when the zombie's gonna pop up and bite you at any given moment. I mean, yeah, you gotta kind of pick up the pace. You can't pause in these sorts of moments. Yeah.
Yeah, Tevye, the death of Kate Bishop was crazy. I noticed Captain Marvel's blast had like the infinity effect for some reason.
Yep. Yeah. Well, they
And
could chop
I
that. They
will
could
tell
chop that.
me
No,
and Jake will
they
go
could
over
chop.
how we thought Thanos got infected in the episode 3.
Gotcha. Okay, Kate Bishop. I feel like she should have been the main lead in this. Really, fan favorite character. People seem to like the character. As far as legacies goes, like she had the most plausible sense. Yeah, out of the trio, yeah, they killed her off way too early, which is
I
kind of
think the
fun.
problem is that the
Mhm.
zombie apocalypse happened way before any of their shows happen, so they don't
Mhm.
go through the
Like this
development and
takes
just like
place
them as
during
characters.
Infinity War. This
Yeah,
takes place like at the
Yeah,
beginning of Infinity War.
so
yeah,
like
but like,
none of the development that we like in these characters happen. So they're
yeah,
still like the characters at the beginning of their shows to a degree,
mhm.
and
Yeah,
it
but I
doesn't
mean,
work out
Even
that well.
before that,
e-
really.
well, I
Yeah,
mean, even at that point, Kate Bishop was already proficient in a lot of hand-to-hand
yeah,
combat
she's a
and
master, black
archery.
belt, and all that crazy stuff.
Yeah, so I mean, again, I go back to the legacy topic. Like, she actually made sense for why she would pick up the mantle for Hawkeye.
Yeah,
Whereas
I feel
with
it's still
Kamala,
believable for her to take up the ball in this situation.
yep. Whereas for Kamala and Riri's situation, it's questionable. Like
I do wonder
how.
how she ended up getting the bangle in this timeline.
No,
They
Since,
said she got her.
I
you
thought
think her
she-
grandmother was dying? I was like, here, this will protect you type situation.
Mhm.
I thought she always
Yeah.
had it.
Mhm.
No,
I don't remember the
No,
show. I'm not gonna lie to you.
her
Yeah, we'll
grandmother gave
look it up later.
her grandmother gave it gave it to her in the beginning of her series. Call. Yeah, that was right before she went into that cosplay contest. So yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Okay,
Oh, yeah,
let me just read this comment. I agree, her being the main lead would make sense. I do think Marvel was a fun character, but man, oh man, she got screwed. We'll
I
get
Everyone
into
do.
that.
got
I want
screwed.
to ask
This is a zombie show. Everyone's gonna get screwed, Tevye.
before we go to
Mhm.
episode 2. I do want to ask you all: do
Mhm.
y'all? How do y'all feel about Blade first appearance being Moon Knight instead of anything like Blade?
Is what it is.
yeah.
Yeah. He had some
What
good
I
I
just wish he
scenes. I
used his
mean,
powers. Like he didn't use his. He didn't use one blade. No, he sucked blood one time. I think.
would I like to
Mhm.
see Blade first? Sure, but technically I've seen Blade already. It just wasn't this
No,
time.
I just mean in the sense of
look,
like I don't think
look,
him being Khonshu added anything besides the Valkyrie scene.
yeah. I mean, it was a nice little tidbit to see Khonshu pop up for his brief appearance here, you know?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. So
Well,
it was just like it didn't really add anything, but beyond the blade stuff. So I guess it didn't hurt anything.
it kept Kamala on her journey because initially she was just aimlessly wandering. She wouldn't have known where
At
to
first,
go.
I thought he was Ghost Rider in that scene. I'm not gonna lie to you,
Yeah, same here.
because I don't
Same
remember.
here.
I don't know if you remember. What if this show ended with showing us a Ghost Rider appearing? So we know they could have used him.
Yeah, all of Kamala's journey was facilitated by Khonshu and Blade. You could have made that Moon Knight though, to be fair, but you know.
No, I'm not down. It's just like I just know how people feel about it.
Gotcha.
It wasn't wrong, anything bad with it, but it's like, damn.
Yep. Let me switch the picture. We're done the Icarus discussion anyway.
Yo, that's
So
some dope ass art, bro.
Hey, that's not
Yeah.
episode 2 picture. Where's Namor?
Nemo.
okay. Oh yeah, you want to talk about neighbor now that witch is gone?
We'll talk
also?
about this when we talk about Wanda's and her army. We'll bring this picture
Okay.
up for Wanda and her army.
Okay. So to do
That is a dope picture, though.
Gotcha. Let me go with the main picture. So before we get to Namor, oh now witch is back.
Sorry, my phone
Trial.
hates me right now.
We're going to Namor, so you better episode 2. So you better
So we're
start.
on episode 2 now. Did you
Nemo.
guys
Yeah.
talk? Did you guys talk about Yelena and
I was
fucking-
going to with the Namor episode.
Okay,
no,
let's talk
because
about
like
Namor.
we get introduced to more of the Black Widows and the rest of the Black Widow squad,
Yep.
which I'm calling them in episode.
I didn't know who
1.
they were until Dick reminded me.
Because of the nature of this show, that it has a repetition problem, and it starts in episode 2. In this episode, in typical zombie tropes fashion, our heroes go to a settlement. Things look nice. Bad things happen. Shit, we gotta go. Someone sacrificed himself on the way out. That happens for 2 episodes in a row.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
that
actually,
does happen.
Isn't that the whole series? All 4 episodes?
That is
Yeah.
true. Someone sacrificed himself at the end of every episode heroically. But there are 2 scenes back to back where a character says, "I'll hold them off," and then they sit in a room.
Yeah. It's the worst one within this episode for me. Her closing the doors and just deciding to stand there to get stabbed was crazy.
Right,
She
guys. I'll
won
hold
the
them
good
off.
way
You
to
know,
die.
I'll give you
Remember?
5
Oh,
She
wait,
could have
you're
been running the whole time and still
Oh, yeah.
close the door.
Maybe the Wi-Fi was bad. Maybe
She-
she had to stay on that signal.
Hey, no, she put her faith in her
Fucking hate
technology,
you, bitch.
Austin. She put faith in technology. That's what it was. You know?
Oh yeah, since they used the Black Widow program on these zombies, they do confirm the mind thing. So Druid would have worked with.
But I did like that she was able. I did like she was able to control those zombies to kind of do some camouflage around their base. That was a good touch, I'll say. I guess, man. Before we get to Namor, I just got to air out some of my grievances. Well, not grievances, but John Walker was here also, audience. Now that we're
This
just
episode,
All right, Cryptid. All right, I'll take over. Because listen, dog. I did not appreciate John
Yeah.
Walker this episode, dog. I was
Yeah.
not a fan.
dude.
Not a fan.
to be fair,
Jake, same here.
I looked up the timeline. This would have been before he became the war hero as well.
No, this was before he got the serum and became Captain America.
No, I mean this is before he got his medals in the war at all.
Yeah, but still, he was a decorated army vet. Like, you don't get
No,
like
I'm
3
saying
medals.
he's not decorated yet.
No, yeah, he's saying this before
No.
the beginning. This is before Superman, before Smallville.
He got
Hello.
the serum at the beginning of Falcon Winter Soldier,
Hello.
and he
I'm
told us
back.
in Falcon
Hey,
Winter Soldier,
hey,
but
which,
he only got those. He only got the medals a
he
few
only,
years ago.
Wait,
no,
what
he
are we
only got.
talking about?
We were just talking about John Walker. No, he
Oh.
only got 1 Medal of Honor for that last incident between him and Lamar that haunted him. He's
Well,
had
wait,
different
I know,
awards.
but this is not just 5 years before that. This is over 10 years before that.
Mm-hmm. I
he's
think
saying
how
that
old
he's
he
saying
is.
that John Walker.
Yeah, I remember that this is
Can
not only 5 years, but then
This
it's also before the 5-year time skip in the movie.
Yeah.
It's true.
true. Also,
Okay.
I swear, Baron Zemo and John Walker in this series reminds me of Fabian Cortez in the original Marvel Zombies thing.
Yeah,
I could kind of see
Who the
this.
fuck is that?
My problem with this,
The guy with the ponytail. The guy
An
with the
asshole.
ponytail. That's right, Dan.
my problem with
Yes.
this interpretation of John is that like when we at least when we meet him in Falcon Winter Soldier, like
Okay.
it's not that like he hasn't done bad shit. Like he says like we did some fucked up shit, but there's always this line like he didn't want to.
Yeah.
It would have been nice to see a hint of that. Like I'm not even saying like
I don't
maybe
understand him
He didn't
following
last long
Zemo.
enough for that to actually
that's
happen.
my problem.
I don't think pure soldier John Walker in this moment. Because even if he's like early his career, he's still like
Mhm.
mid-war John Walker. I don't see him
Exactly.
following Zemo of all people.
Okay, this is my thoughts when I saw John Walker here. All right, audience. When he was making that comment with Baron Zemo, like saying, "Hey, boss, that guy with the glowing rings, he's the guy with the cow," and I know I don't have a vote, but if I had a vote, I would say yes. Okay, so this is the tone you're going with John Walker. You know what? Kill him off. Make it quick. Make it easy. Just
Well, if it makes you feel
get
better,
rid of
that's what
him.
happened.
Yeah, I wanted it to be painless, but
Painless,
and I also
I don't think that's the term that I would use.
yeah,
you
definitely
reminded me of my grievance. So after you get that, I want to go first.
got Chevia saying shame your boy John Walker got screwed.
But
Well, I'm kind of used to
another
it
thing
these
is
days.
that
Yeah.
this episode does fall into normal zombie apocalypse tropes as well,
Yeah.
with like that one society, like that one of the last
Which-
humans
Yeah, the
survived.
sacrifice team.
It's
and then like the leader ends up being an asshole.
well, it's great you should bring that up, which is kind of like more the reason why I feel like certain characters should have been given more emphasis in this series. Because someone like Zemo, with the silver tongue that he has, like he would definitely survive in the zombie apocalypse, audience.
By
But
far,
he
no
got
one seems to know who he is. Did Civil
Which
War not happen at all?
I don't know, man.
If you go by the Avengers team, because Jake went back, the
Mhm.
Avengers team they got infected was the full team, so they were
Yeah.
together. Like Civil War didn't happen,
Mhm.
but
Well,
no one
I think-
says it didn't happen. So I think it happened. It made up faster.
Well, it had to have happened because he was still in the raft. I mean, that's how he got the raft in the first place. But more to the point, like, it's the apocalypse at this point. You're not going to be hesitant about like, oh, this war criminal.
Bro,
I
if
probably
we're in
shouldn't trust him. He
apocalypse,
hasn't
you
seen
tell me I have to like Kingpin runs New York. I can tell you now, I'm not going to New York.
Well, to be fair to the
It's
public,
safe.
as
Like-
far as they're concerned,
It's barely safe. I have to live under the devil. I'm not doing it.
as far as he's concerned, like he only just went after the Avengers and he bombed like some foreign guy.
They blamed an innocent man on that.
Your point of view, your point, the Avengers are villains now.
Right.
So people are probably like, yeah, fuck those guys.
You know what? Fuck that team again. No, what happened was so Civil War happened. It's just that the Captain America and Iron Man made up before they
Yeah,
broke up. That's all it was.
they had to.
Maybe they saw like the actual like looming threat
But
before they actually
Mhm.
knew, and they decided, okay,
Mhm.
put aside our grievances for now, and then
Mhm.
we'll figure it
You
out
guys-
later.
Yeah, and you guys also have to remember, Zemo, he knows how to work his mouth. Like he knows how to.
don't ever
persuade
word
people
like that ever again.
Okay. I'm just saying, like he knows how to make good points and arguments to sway people to whatever side he wants them to be in.
Although I'm
So
not sure
yeah.
if sacrificing people in this way is the direction that Zemo would. We have no definitive way to say.
No. I think he would do it, but if he wouldn't do it in front of other people, that's stupid.
No, he's smart enough to know not to do that.
Because his whole
No,
grievance.
but he did it though.
Remember,
He had a group of
I
survivors in the middle of the
but like
room that he
in the
knew.
main MCU universe, he's smart enough that he wouldn't do
Yeah.
that.
His whole grievance with the Avengers is that their reckless use of powers got innocent people killed. I'm not saying maybe push came to shove, but maybe be a little hesitant.
I can see him doing it only because it means survival. I don't think he wants to do it. Like it's not like a thing he woke up and said, "Damn, I can't wait to do this."
I feel like if you wanted to convey that, maybe don't have him be like, and also the teenage girl goes into like I don't know, just like.
In fact, make sure to look. To be fair, he said he only really had to do it because they're heroes.
Mm-hmm. Heroes will be the first to make the big sacrifice for the group, so they would be a good resource.
Or maybe they'd be the best tools in your arsenal.
My grievance was not with this part, but it was with Shang-Chi.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
So,
that Mad Max scene at the beginning of the episode was pretty cool.
I will give them that was cool.
We did get scrolls, so
Shang-Chi opening scene. We see him in San Francisco because Shang-Chi took place there.
Yeah,
people don't
partially,
remember.
Yes.
So they're there at ground zero, which was very cool to see. But you're telling me his dad pulled up. They said it'd been like 30 minutes since this stuff happened.
Bro, his dad was like,
and his dad died.
His dad pulled up fast as fucking no sister in sight. He said, "Fuck that little girl," and then he just let himself die because Shang-Chi immediately revealed he did not need all the rings to live. The dad said, "You soft-hearted fool," gave his man a ring and then leaned back into the zombies. I'm like, "You fucking coward."
Yeah, they have to fast pace this audience. That's really a casualty of this, so storylines like those.
I do love this point because Katie had no idea who like Shang was at this point. So it was like she zombie apocalypse happens and their best friend's like, oh, by the way, I'm like a kung fu master. My dad's like a fucking rich king from the Immortal Tiger.
I will never talk about it again.
No, we'll never talk about it again. Let's keep pushing.
I think there are bigger things to worry about than.
No, it's just funny.
It was just the dad gave him all the rings. He didn't have to. They're gonna need half the rings. And then, watching the show, I'm fine with him giving half to Katie, but
they had to.
I get it.
There was no way.
It was hard to watch.
Yeah, what else was Katie supposed to do at that point? Sorry, what else could Katie do? What else could she do to provide for the group?
Get a gun. What do you mean you have to teach her how to use? What do you mean you have to teach her how to use aura to use these rings?
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, she was the one who made. She made like a fucking. If I remember correctly, she made a possible shot with a couple weeks of training.
She did.
Yeah. So
get her the ball.
Sometimes you gotta learn quickly.
No. So my reason is for her to use them because they skipped over it. You realize he would have had to teach her the ancient aura bullshit he was doing?
Yeah.
That his mom had?
Yeah.
That he didn't know?
Yeah. I'm assuming they were trained by the,
I don't know. I guess there had to been there had to be something there had to been something they thought was unique about Katie to make her fast paced in learning how to fight martial arts. I guess I wonder what that. I wonder what that is.
But it was like, that's a leap, especially when you already gave her a weapon she's not using in the movie.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? I think their mom's village is safe because no one knows how to get there.
Yeah, no zombie will be able to get there. They would have been fine if they went there.
Yeah.
Yep. True. Oh, here's also a question. Yeah, it's a maze to get to their village after all. Here's a question for you guys. So I wonder, why did they decide to put Jimmy Woo with the team of Shang-Chi?
No, wait. No, it's not racist before you even get there. Remember, he was already in New York because he was following Ant-Man.
Just asking.
He was following Ant-Man.
Yeah, just asking.
So. No, me and Jake made the same joke.
Yeah, I made the joke, but he was there. No, he was
there. Okay. Witch? Oh, damn. We have 3 witches going on.
When you come back in, we can go to
Don't get me started on my fucking phone right now. Like I said, I don't have Wi-Fi, so I have to use.
Yeah. Okay. Go to Namor.
Let's talk about Namor.
Okay. Cool. Finally, let me talk about Namor before my phone hates me again. Anyways.
Yeah. That's hilarious. That's 10 out of
your
10. That was
your phone
comedy. That was
his
10 out of 10.
phone cannot handle his fandom over
Well,
zombie
we have other reviews, so we do have to speed track these episodes.
Yeah,
Namor.
so it's fine.
Uh,
When Wiz come back in, we'll do Namor. Let's just start talking about
um,
episode 3.
yeah, we see the unworthy Thor. This is basically what you will expect out of a depiction like
Yeah.
that. You know?
No, I can't be told, bro. Zombie Thanos absolutely pissed me off. So,
Mhm.
Zombie that so Tell you brought this up to me and Jake debated this multiple times.
Mhm.
The timeline for Infinity War in this timeline is that the Avengers were not in New York. They were in San Francisco.
Yeah,
Remember? So
yeah.
Thanos attacked the Nova Corps, who half of them had to be on Earth, I guess, to survive, to quarantine the planet, based on what we
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
And then he would have just basically smooth sailed the rest of the stones until he got to New York. And he had to find Zombie Strange, who was for some reason in New York in the What If episode, to
Yeah.
infect Ebony Maw.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem with Thanos being infected, and not only because he had the Infinity Stones, we really should have stopped it,
Yeah.
but the whole reason the Hulk can't be infected
Okay, let me
because his
talk about
skin is
Namor.
too
Let's talk
dense.
about Namor.
And
I mean,
Thanos' skin is more dense than Hulk.
hello.
Okay, we'll get
I
to the
hear you. Go
Thanos.
ahead. Talk about Namor.
Okay.
Okay, fucking finally. Sorry, my phone fucking hates me. So
Just
I have to
go.
use my headset.
Go,
Anyway,
go.
Fuck up! Shut up! Shut
Yeah,
up! Shut
yeah,
up!
yeah.
I thought Namor was really cool in this. Okay, I even though I don't know how he got turned in the first place, but I think it's
Thank you.
interesting that he's being controlled by Wanda. Also, he reminds me of Submariner the Depths Namor. That's why I think he's hot.
Mhm.
Bro,
He's a
It's the
monster.
teeth. It's the teeth. Yeah.
He has Phanatics in the comic too, dude.
bro.
Yep. He was pretty much a powerhouse in this one for the moments we
Yeah.
saw him on
He
this,
finally lived up to the what M'Baku said of him being as strong as Thor or Hulk.
Yep.
Yeah, he can hold his own against Thor and Hulk. It's cool as hell.
Yep.
And I like
And
how
the
he
way
killed John Walker.
and the way he was defeated was aiming for the head, audience. Let's keep that
I
in
mean,
mind.
it was a pretty genius way to kill him, especially since he,
Yep.
yeah. Honestly,
Namor's another one of those people where his skin should be dense enough not to get bit if Hulk's skin can't get bit.
Yeah.
So I do wonder how Wanda tricked him to get zombified because he has no reason to come up.
all of Hollow Khan zombified too.
Yeah, because I think Namor got infected first and then he infected everybody else.
It had to be.
I think
So-
Namor just came up to go like, what the fuck is going on up here? I think it was just a
You
scouting.
think you think he went to go? You think he went up to check on the actual like people on the land
Yeah, because
in the area he was from when he got bit?
Yeah, we know he keeps tabs on the surface. Well, that's why Black Panther 2 happens. But this time he was probably just like, yo, what the fuck is that? I mean, he just went up. And
I just wonder who bit him. I guess Abomination could.
Mhm.
Probably someone did. I couldn't. Her.
Gotcha.
So I don't know.
Wait, you got anything else to say about him?
I liked that scene, that opening scene. Well, not opening scene, but that one scene where he was on his throne, and it was all
Oh, the
kind of,
reveal.
like, fucked up. Yeah,
Yeah.
the reveal, and it was all fucked up. Also, that scene between Yelena and Namor was pretty cool. When he was going after her, I thought that was pretty cool as well.
Her moment of sacrifice is the only one that made sense to me.
Yeah, no, hers made
Mhm.
sense.
Because she had to stay hot behind this launch ship and then, make sure everything, Namor never didn't escape.
Yeah.
Yep. She wanted to find a cool way to die, audience.
I mean, yeah, she
there you
had the alcohol, dude. That's all that matters.
go.
But if that's it, let's go back to Zombie Thanos.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
Okay.
Black Panther. So they couldn't beat. We already know how they couldn't beat Thanos. So watching Black Panther solo this dude was crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it was a good way to send off Chadwick's Black Panther. I feel like that was a really sweet thing that they did for.
I
my
do
opinion.
and don't at the same time.
Yeah.
The voiceover was nice,
Mhm.
but Black Panther's in this weird situation where, like, if they keep trying to make every animation version like a homage to Chadwick, they're really fucking over his character at this point.
Yeah. At a certain point, the show must go on as a.
So you gotta remember, like they didn't even put him in X-Men, even though he was already Black Panther in the previous show X-Men.
Yeah,
That is
you know.
I will see that, but
So like I get where you're trying to honor the actor, but it's like you could have had this dude survive here. In the original story, he's the only one of these heroes that was still okay for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
But,
for me, that's what I thought it was. But the scene, that scene where he did sacrifice himself was pretty.
Yeah, it was
cool.
nice.
Yeah,
it was just weird seeing Thanos relearn to use the Infinity Stones, and then after he falls, he decides to just destroy them. I guess.
Yeah.
Instead of save himself.
I know.
Also, Critter, I kept bringing up Critter. But let me say this last thing. I kept bringing this up. They should have let Thanos use the glove, because since Thanos was a zombie, what he would have did was turn everyone back to life. So he
I think his arm would have fell off. It's decayed more.
That's even better. That's even better than we is doing. But my point is, like if Thanos winning would probably been the most easiest way to try to win.
Well, I mean, it also depends. It might have been something.
If he would have snapped his own food for the half, again, he would have been retarded, bro.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like he might have done that, or it just might have just been his mind might have been fucked up. He might just not have made the wish correctly. I don't know. They didn't know what he was doing.
I would say seeing him learn to use the stones, I think his mind was okay. I think it was consumed with like
the no one there knows what the plan he was doing was, because that was all.
I'm not saying it's the fault of them. I'm just saying it's just funny to think that Thanos could have accidentally saved the universe again.
Does this imply that the Guardians are also zombified?
No, they're not.
No. If Thanos got infected, it would have been by Strange when he went to New York to get the stone, and then he went straight to Wakanda.
Yeah, the Guardians are off Earth. Otherwise,
so Peter, I think Drax, and Nebula and Mantis should still be fine.
Yeah, I would say that was the smartest thing that was ever played in this whole Marvel Zombies universe was when the Nova Corps came in and they're like, "Oh no, we gotta seal this whole planet off. Like we can outrest this." It
was the most realistic thing. I was guessing at the moment they mentioned Nova Corps.
I was like really thinking like, okay, like as cold-hearted as it seems like for the Nova Corps to do, what do you really realistically expect them to do in this situation?
Blow up the fucking planet, call it quits.
Yeah, but that would make the Icarus thing more important, because Icarus was keeping Captain Marvel just destroying them and leaving.
Yeah, you know. So there's that. For the sake of time, okay, we got
Thor versus Wanda was cool. Her tricking them eating zombies' food was a smart plan, but I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was too rough.
The fact that Wanda is able to turn back normal whenever the fuck she wants.
It's just an illusion.
I know, but like
it's interesting because the way she explained. Go ahead, Witch.
With like the way that they portray Wanda's character a lot of the time is just like, how do we make her more powerful? And it's just like, yeah, we've seen that a bajillion times. We don't need to see the same shit 20 times a month.
I low-key hate how they don't play into the fact that like Wanda should have a connection with like Hawkeye.
They did. Like they did all that to watch us let them recruit zombie Hawkeye, and it didn't mean anything.
Right? No, I mean like Hawkeye for one was like the one that snapped her out of like her funk in like Avengers.
He made her Avenger.
Right. So like I don't know. It just feels weird. Every time Wanda turns evil, like Hawkeye is never a factor.
It's not that hard.
The only thing criticism I would say for this episode was Thor. I get he's like, drunk and stuff, but the fact that like that shit went on for like 15 minutes before he started doing something was crazy.
Yeah.
They were like, Thor, help me. They didn't care at all.
Things needed to marinate, because again, like I just found that too fast paced. Like when the group of survivors came to Asgard, coincidentally around the same time Wanda gave them all the infected meat. Like really in the 5 years? Wow, that's specific time.
I'm even more mad at Thor, because Thor's thing was like, I'm not saying it was. I think it's not in character.
He got low diffed.
It was like he drops down on Earth. the whole situation has changed.
Yeah.
From his, the last
he looked at Thanos and looked nothing like the last time he seen him.
right, and he doesn't,
Right.
he doesn't stop and go like, "What the fuck?" Still sees this dude as a zombified monster. Still wants to brag about it, though. He still wants to brag that he beat him. So he throws the axe again, hits him in the chest. It's not just going for the head. It's not even the same Thanos anymore. Just kill him. Like, fucking asshole.
Random question, because I know the lore behind things. Do you think Bill Mantlo got royalties from this show by the way they killed Rocket?
No.
No.
Only because we don't
Bill
do that.
Mantlo gets royalties all the time for Rocket, so it wouldn't be the most surprising thing.
Royalties are a challenge to get through with, like, the way Disney.
There's also reasonings why he gets the royalties.
Oh, okay. For the sake of time, we really need to stay on topic. Let's talk about the finale, audience. Yep. I'll bring up this big pic right here. Okay, so actually, Infinity Hulk.
So I think
we need to talk about Infinity Hulk.
I wanted to talk about this one. This was the one where I was like, okay, I don't know why this is even a plot anymore. So like we find out that first off, I don't even know the timeline of events that they say for this is weird. So shortly after Black Panther sacrificed himself and the thing, an Infinity Well was created, it was
Infinity Well.
That's what we're calling it. So Infinity Well exploded, was destroying the Earth. In the, let's just say, 1 minute they had, because it's saying we're from Wakanda to France in like no time. The sorcerers looked at Bruce, who they somehow had. I don't know why he was here.
Said, don't forget, he was in the middle of butt fucking nowhere with Vision's dead body.
So they took him, they looked at him, and they went, "You have Gamma in you. Go in the portal. Throw that bitch in there.
Go in the pit."
Yeah, all the powers of the universe, Gamma energy. Get to work.
So, luckily, Hulk didn't go insane. Like I feel like normally he would, but he gets the Infinity shit.
That cosmic awareness does well.
All the powers of the event. Let's just say, let's be charitable. Let's say he has 80%, maybe even 50% of the powers of Infinity in the palm of his hands, and he just has to guard it. There's a zombie invasion happening, and he has all that power being recycled into him. You can't just like. Anyway, zombie invasion over.
Yeah.
How
do we say he's challenging all that power into himself? So he has the full access of that power.
Right. Yeah. Furthermore, Wanda assembles a Thanos level army to go fight Hulk. Hulk is struggling against
he gets squared up by regular zombies, not even the Asgardians or Atlantean ones.
Giant normal people, not even Ant-Man and normal people.
This is why most of us are giving this a negative review, audience, because the more you watch this series and the more you think about stuff, like, yes, it is, there are a lot of stupid plot holes in this.
Also,
Also, Wanda kept saying she needed Kamala, sending Kamala dreams and stuff, but there's no point where she feel like she actually needed Kamala besides her distracting Hulk, technically.
They needed Kabbalah. They needed Kabbalah to be the main character.
Furthermore, Hulk got tired with the Infinity, the power of Infinity.
Yeah. Remember, y'all, he don't have like that gauntlet situation. He has the power challenging him at all times.
The power of the Infinity Gauntlet.
Bro, so I'm like sitting here, and then like this is all. By the way, this is before Kamala even shows up. So I'm like, Wanda, what are we waiting for? So I had a problem with that. I couldn't get behind that. Hulk struggling to fight a zombified Thor. I don't care if he got Scarlet Witch and magic. You had the power.
No. I will give them that only because we saw that Stormbreaker had the power to cut through the Infinity Beams.
Yeah.
So I gave them that. My problem was she had no idea what Stormbreaker looked like. How did she make that?
Yeah, she.
And you know what's funny? They gave it the Mjolnir sound effect. So I think they want to do the hammer, but they realized Zombie Thor would not be worthy, so they put Stormbreaker.
Right. But that was really my issue. Just making the whole plot around having to fight Infinity Hulk. I do like Scarlet Witch gathering the battle.
And just to get the one tapped.
Right. Getting the 5 armies together to fight Infinity Hulk, I thought was a hype idea for a visual. Having the Hulk's actual combos were actually fucking funny to watch when he's like speed blitz and everything.
Yeah.
But like the fact that this doesn't just end with Hulk being like Hulk snap. I win. Like it's just insane.
Yeah, if he did a thunderclap, that should have been it.
Yeah.
For real,
Yeah.
I don't understand why some of the choices were made. Like I finished, like I was like watching it, and then we got to the end, and I was like, "What the fuck? What happened?"
Right.
Stuff
So,
like
And then you
that.
had like the deaths of some of these characters, like Blade. What the fuck were you thinking?
Yeah.
Like Blade, I
Kamala,
love what the fuck.
Kamala's decision to help Wanda in the end, I actually did dig it because you can see
I
her.
understood
I
why,
like
but
that idea.
It
Well,
was
I
because at
understood
that point,
why. But as me and Jake were explaining, I told Jake before we got to find out that this
At
plan
that-
was not going to work.
look, at that point
Look at
with
what
Kamala,
Wanda's
she has
powers
nothing.
are.
Yeah, at that point with Kamala, she has nothing left to live for. At that point, literally everybody
Yeah.
that survived for the survivor groups, they're dead. Like, what's
Yeah,
out there for them now?
her thing being it can't all be for nothing. They have to get some victory out of this, and I'd rather just go there. But because no one gave her an alternative, it was more like the Nova Corps can't help you, and Hulk for some reason won't fix the problem. And Scarlett's like, "Well, I have a Band-Aid for the problem," and she's like,
The only
"Okay."
thing is funny, like you had Spider-Man and Scott sit around for 5 years doing nothing. They didn't learn magic or anything. They didn't try to give his hope to
You
this.
didn't learn
In
how
the
to
problem,
cast
they just did
spells,
nothing.
Scott? You
What was that,
didn't
Witch?
You didn't learn how to say spells, Scott?
It really just felt like the world set in place to wait for Kamala to get to this one point for no reason.
Right, and I get this is supposed to be Endgame because the first half of this was Infinity War, and this is supposed to be Endgame. But like, I mean, Endgame had like a way out. I'm just saying, like they got 5 Infinity Stones and said, "We saved the world. All right, we're done."
Like people give a lot of crap to that 14 million thing. So this feels like the same situation, but you can easily see every time we won.
Right.
Yep. Just
No,
write
but
yourself
the
a good quarter.
ending was a really good cliffhanger. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It was cool.
It wasn't for me because I called it. I told Jake it was gonna happen.
To me, it wasn't a good end. It kind of reminds me of that situation of the Dragon Prince, where like,
At
okay,
least we got confirmation that it's coming back.
wait, did we?
For
There was no
Dragon Prince?
confirmation. No, well, I mean with Dragon Prince. Sorry, yeah, that. But with this Marvel Zombies, there's no confirmation that's getting a season 2.
Yeah.
If anything,
it's one of those we're gonna wait and see if it does well.
Yeah, but judging by the fact that Marvel had to quickly take action and literally cut the budget off of this this project alone, I'm not holding my breath for a season 2, audience. So
but
I believe Zeb Wells, man. I believe Zeb Wells solved my problems.
The ending I called because me and Jake were discussing Wanda's powers, and I was telling him that if this was Cersei, whatever her name is, from the Eternals, it will work if she did it.
Yeah.
Because her power of transmutation would easily turn everyone back to him. Wanda's power has always been illusion based, so she would not see that like as an answer. It was always going to be an illusion.
Yeah.
And then as you see in the illusion, it's not an illusion for everybody. It's literally just for Kamala. So the world is still trash. Riri's back to find her, and she look after her help. But that's it.
Wow.
So Wanda didn't fix anything. She didn't really win.
No, of course.
What was her goal?
I'm just saying, none of this would have happened if Vision would have gotten off his ass and actually did something.
Yeah. The fact that he went full, let me just feed my Black Panther to Wanda immediately is crazy to me.
Like, I guess it was a reference to the original comic, but like, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, they put him in a Hank Pym situation, but Vision's not an asshole like Hank is.
Because in the comic, it made a bit more sense for why this was happening, because Hank Pym was trying to figure out a cure for the What If episode. It didn't make sense for why Vision was doing this, because he wasn't trying to find a cure. He only just wanted to feed his situationship.
He did bring up the fact that Infinity Stones were keeping the zombies away because of the frequency they emit.
I think
anyway.
Wow.
I think my issue with the ultimatum, again, I said, like, Kamala has no other choice but to go with Scarlet at this point. It's like there's nothing to do. I think that's really my issue, because realistically there should be, I mean, we brought out there should be multiple ways to get out the zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
And it's all and like Kamala's given like none of these
The
options.
fact that it was a quantum virus means we could have found a cure too. By the
Right.
way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there are so many different avenues for, and it feels like the ending is just kind of forced into being a bad one. It's like I guess Scarlet Witch is right, since no one else is gonna help. I guess she is doing something. I guess that is
Well,
something.
Spider-Man's about to get eaten. You know we can't have that happen on screen. Make
Right.
the deal.
We're not allowed. Legally,
I don't
we're
think
not
he's dead
allowed.
either. I think he got whatever Scarlet and witched or whatever or hexed. Yeah.
Whatever Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
We'll see,
Yeah.
but like I don't see how even if they do a season 2, you don't have to like. I don't think they have any idea what her plan is. I don't think
Exactly.
any like
I don't understand
logical
what she was
thing
trying to
what
do
she
in the
did can
first
lead to some master plan.
What was
Mhm.
she trying to do? That was the real question.
She was trying to make a hex world because at least in the hex
She
world,
wanted to. She said she wanted to fake. Yeah, she wanted to basically Westview everything.
Yes.
which to be fair isn't. I mean, out of all the options that were left on the table, wouldn't be the worst because
Yeah, but
it was real enough to be basically real.
it was in a sense, but as we saw, there's still people not in the hex. Riri still just fighting zombies.
Right.
So she didn't do everybody.
Which again, the power of infinity, she's using it. I don't know how there could be a flaw in what she
Yeah,
does.
exactly.
I understand that one, but unless it's because Scarlet Witch's mind is zombified, it doesn't make a perfect witch. I think that might be the other.
The plot holes are sinking
soul,
deeper.
so,
the
like,
more
where's
we
her
think
soul,
about
bro?
it.
Right.
Yeah. The plot holes are sinking deeper the more we talk about it, audience.
And we know who to blame, audience. Remember.
Yeah.
Well, that
I
would be
just want to watch
that
this
would be a
man
season.
ruin Spider-Man and say, "Guess what, bro? We'll give you a TV show."
There's an expression. There is an expression these days where you fell upward, apparently. So
The dance plot tradition.
But Scarlet Witch's plan being flawed isn't really a plot hole. It's more like it should. We just don't have a season 2 to answer it. It's just.
It just feel like
And it wasn't
yeah,
long for us to actually be able to figure shit out.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Gotcha. But is what it is, audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. It could have been better. It's at the end of the day, our focal point is this could have been so much better, you know.
Can people on TikTok stop calling me sexy just because I don't like how the one that Scarlet Witch with the bad guy in this?
Wow.
They're like, oh, you don't like the she beat Thor.
I
don't care that she beat Thor.
Austin, I have to deal with a lot of anti-Romani sentiment. So trust, I know your pain.
Gotcha.
And I'm not even
all right. So do you guys have any final thoughts on this? Because we have a lot.
No, we got
more things to go.
Okay.
Okay. For the sake of timing, I think we're going to focus on like the big main reviews. So like all the other reviews will hold off towards the end if possible. But okay. So all right, audience, we talked about zombies. Now let's talk about a little something in the past. You know, maybe 500 years in the past. You know, something going back to the Aztec times.
What, bro? Why
we're talking about.
I don't even like a bet.
I know. It is what it is. You know, like they tried blending the culture with the mantle. Even though it shouldn't really work, but it is what it is. I mean, look at Joker, right? Oh, sorry, Joker. That's what they call him. His face paint is literally Yep, his face paint's literally the ashes of his sacrifices. Go for it.
Don't you just love
I know. Gotcha. But anyway, so we're talking about Aztec Batman Clash of Empires, and I'm the only one who watched this, and I kind of forgot that we're in the midst of Hispanic Heritage Month, so I guess this is my 2 cents on this. So, all right. Yeah, we saw the trailers for this. I was overall, we all just can't overlook the fact about all the horrible things that the Aztecs actually did. So that's something I've been seeing constantly within most Hispanic reviewers too, even Mexicans and all the Mexicans and that stuff. Well, go look at the Angry Mexicans review on this, audience. We all have to bring up. It's weird that you're depicting the Aztecs as like, pretty much hippies. We're dancing in the streets. We're, training to defend our empire. We're all kind to our neighbors.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Just like very, very quick, very, very quick. Do we see the colonizers Like the Spanish
Yes.
come in.
Yeah, they
Well, there
made
has
the
to be a
bad
villain.
guys the colonizers.
There has to be a
Yes.
villain witch, you know.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
I just wanted to.
it couldn't just be the Joker.
Yeah.
I just wanted
Even
to
the funny. Yeah. Funny enough, even with the Joker, this is something I've seen repeatedly when it comes to like the pictures about the Aztecs and other media, right? Like, I'll point to Road to El Dorado audience for those of you that remember that movie from the early 2000s. They will acknowledge human sacrificing, but they'll only point to one specific person in the community who does that, and they always depict that one specific person as the butthole who pretty much the whole community doesn't even like. They just want to find a reason to basically kick this guy out. I'm like, wow, okay.
I'm not going to
Even with
deny human sacrifices, but I don't think they should have been murdered and pillaged and raped by the Spanish at the same time. You know.
I know. I kind of would like both sides of factored in their wrongdoings in history, but like again,
Yeah.
the main point of this is, hey, the colonizers, the Spanish, Hernan Cortez, they are the real bad guys. They're here, and the Aztecs were
Yeah.
basically the opposite. They were the victims. I'm like,
I mean, yeah. I
That
mean,
what
they
happened
had.
to that movie, The Woman King. I don't know, remember that?
yeah.
With Viola Davis.
Oh,
And I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
they
I
framed
remember
this like
someone let
plan.
me borrow the movie, but I forgot to watch it because I was so busy with like work and stuff, so I didn't have
They
time to watch.
they framed this
Yeah.
clan like warrior female heroes, basically. But this clan
Yeah.
was worse than most clans. They were like eating kids and stuff. It was
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah. What
I'll look
Austin like?
at the real history later. To be honest with
Austin,
you.
with like the Aztecs, things were so bad with them that like you had other neighboring cities actually helping the conquistadors take down the Aztecs. That's how aided they were, So,
I'll have
all
to look
right,
into. I don't know if I fully believe that, but
yeah, yeah. So we're talking about this audience. Some of the points you can already write in your head. The main character, he's not Bruce Wayne. He's just I forgot his name. He's you know he was the son of the king of his tribe, and then the Hernan Cortez comes in, kills his father, and then he goes and lives with the Aztecs, and he trains to get his revenge on Hernan Cortez and the rest of the conquistadors, right? You could definitely feel that that they're trying hard to make characters uh, part of Batman's Rogues Gallery. Let me bring up a picture of Cortez. Right here's
this is
Cortez. Yeah, yeah,
Bro, that's
yeah.
crazy.
Look, I know I always say I'm sick and tired of always having to see the same guy get half his face blown up or something like that to be Two Face. But in this situation, like this is even more head scratching because the way he gets his fucked up face is because Panther Woman, the stand-in for Catwoman, literally just claws him in the face. And I'm
Bro,
like,
that's a
really?
dangerous call. What the fuck?
what
I'm
the
like,
heck?
wait, what? They said it was infected, but like they didn't say her claws were covered in poison or anything like that. I mean, dude, your freaking eyelid is gone. Like,
Bro,
This
your,
is kind of
your
reminding me
face
of what
is
he did with Batman Ninja.
Hey, bro, it might have been infected with poop. I'm just saying.
bro. He looks like Red Skull on half his face.
I know, right? What were you saying?
This is kind of reminding me of Batman Ninja.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Like just
that's.
like the entire premise of this movie.
Hmm.
Have you seen
Yeah,
Batman
they
Ninja?
just want to. Yeah, it falls in the same mindset. They wanted to put one culture around the world and put it into Batman, basically. So
You know who
yeah,
they should have brought in for this movie and would have made it 20 times better? They should have
true.
brought the Flower Prince. They should have brought him in. Let gay people be in this movie.
They said the
I don't
calendar man and have it be like the Mayan calendar for like the world to end.
That
Ooh, that would have been clever, actually.
actually would have worked.
Um, he would have been scarring himself with each of the sacrifices he committed, or something like that. Yeah, that could
Mhm.
have worked.
Every day of the
Uh,
week.
yeah. Here, the other villain that was in the Hernan Cortez's side was their stand-in for Azrael. They made him a
They
blonde
did
guy, which
that.
Shout out to
um,
them because Azrael like did nothing like 20 years,
That
but That's crazy.
I can actually kind of see. I can actually kind of see him being here. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I get
I'm
it.
not too familiar. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with Azrael, but like they made sure he was blonde in this
He,
version, which
he's
The as
basically
he was
the
Batman for
Batman that would have been killing, but
hmm
it's a lot more depth than that. But that's like the crux of it.
he was also a
gotcha.
Batman for a little bit after Bane broke
That
his back.
yep, that part I do know of. Yep. So
He
all
also
right,
has a chronic
there's
catheter and might have a thing for Lucius
there's
Fox.
that.
That's a story for another day.
It's
Gotcha.
not.
I mean, I did like this. I did like the scene because, like, when he was wearing a hood most of the time, but then when there came a point where his hood came off, like all the Aztecs were like looking at him, like, oh my god, this guy has hair similar to the sun. He must be a god, this and that. Oh, okay, fair enough. I can imagine people of those times would have had that same thought. Nobody's seen a blonde
Wait,
person.
wait.
There wouldn't be a lot of
You're telling me the Aztec saw a guy with blonde hair and blue eyes. Said this must be the pinnacle of the race.
Pretty much. I mean, they were already commenting on their pale skin. They're like, "Oh wow, these guys must be have from some otherworldly plane." We never seen people like these. You know. So yeah, there's that. You do see Poison Ivy here. She's one of the goddesses in the Aztec Empire. I forgot what they called her, but she basically does look
I'll
like.
look it up later. I'll look it up. We'll do a
Gotcha,
crash course on Aztec mythology later.
gotcha. And yeah, let me go back to talking about Joker. Let me bring.
You hear him typing in the background.
I'm working on my drawing in the background while we're working on this.
Well, Sonic X was a great cartoon. Really
Please
break
stop, bro. Stop.
it
Stop.
down. You really break it down.
Hey, you wanted to tell people, man, you could have told them how Sonic Prime is now airing on Nickelodeon.
That is true. Sonic Prime is airing on Nickelodeon, and I'm telling all the kids in the world, don't watch that shit. Don't watch.
Just play Crossroads.
Yeah, play Crossroads. Right?
Play Shadow Generations. Don't play.
Please,
Don't watch
God,
it.
anything will watch Sonic. Do me a favor. Save this franchise by not watching this terrible show. Okay. Oh my
Like,
God.
do Jake a favor, and then
Right.
do me a favor and commission for cool art. I promise it's cool.
It's true.
All right, dude, you might have to mess this dude.
I like how unironically in the show that I'm messing with. I like how unironically in the game they have villains thinking Big is some like guy is that guy, bro.
But I can imagine you're playing a game and you beat a guy so bad his final words are, please, I just want to exist.
I just want to please
Jesus Christ, dude.
That shit was fucked up.
Bro, he
All
thought
right,
he was
if he's not coming back in like 5 minutes, we're gonna move on. Okay.
he came
Yeah.
out with some hot shit though. I'll tell you that much. Really thought he was that
But
guy.
hey, I'm almost done with my Alpha Flight Zombies team that aren't the zombies, but they're the survivors.
Okay.
And I'm 9.5 hours into it, and I just finished 4 out of the 5 characters. How long do you think it's gonna take for Crypto to get this damn picture?
All the time.
He has till 11:03. So
Every day.
if not, we're moving
Yeah,
on.
3 minutes. Aztec Batman looks ugly. I think Aztec Batman.
But
Who's the best? Oh, he's coming.
Oh, also, I have 53. I have 53 layers right now in this drawing, and I have a couple more to go.
Well,
yeah, Tevye, Aztec Batman's ugly as hell.
well, Tevye.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back, guys. You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, I lost signal there earlier. All right, so I'm back. Let me bring up the next picture I want to talk about. Joker. All right. Okay, so again, this guy basically gets disgraced by his emperor and banished, gets stripped of his rank. He was the guy in charge of all the human sacrificing. But yeah, when he wasn't meeting his quota, yeah, he gets thrown out of the village. He goes back to his family, and he's talking with his god, this and that, right? And his god is convincing him, we must commit more human sacrificing. So you want to prove your allegiance to us, to the gods? Kill your family.
Fuck it, we will.
Like, look, he's when his mother and his siblings find him, like, keep in mind, it's been years since they saw him, right? They're like, "Oh, mijo, come in. Why so serious? You used to always smile when you were younger." Yeah, again, nods to Joker, this and that, but he's telling them, "Okay, look, I know I've been gone for many, many years, but in order for our community to prosper, I need to sacrifice all you for the greater good." Well, if you think that is what must be done, we'll do it. Really?
It makes sense.
Bro,
Really?
they're drinking the
No,
Kool-Aid.
you didn't say nothing wrong.
So yeah, he kills them, burns their corpses, and then he finds out that the god he was communicating with was actually the trickster god, and he just corrupts his mind, who just wants to spread chaos. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, Joker here is actually voiced by Tuco, Jake.
Tuco Salamanca.
Okay. That's a nice little Easter egg there. Have him be insane here, channel it through the Joker. So yeah, he goes insane, rubs the ashes of his family into his face, and paints his smile in blood. And
World
he's like,
thinks
"I'm
he's
gonna."
Kratos, dog. You're not.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah, he's a Kratos wannabe. So yeah, his whole mission in life here is that he's a victim that got tricked by his god. And now he just wants to spread chaos, so that's why he's helping the conquistadors out. So as far as long story short, it goes the way you would think. Like, Aztec Batman goes, unites his people to go and fight against the conquistadors. They lose, and uh, Aztec Batman supposedly dies, but he gets revived thanks to the Bat God they have. And we do end off with a cliffhanger of the next villain that's going to pop up. Yeah, you see the conquistadors get help from their stand-in for Penguin. And this is where I'm saying, like, this is where I'm kind of saying they're
Bro,
kind of
that's a
forcing
plague daughter.
Batman. Yeah, pretty much. If they were going to have a sequel, I guess that would be the next thing they would have to emphasize, because the major thing that really killed that the Spaniards did to kill all the Aztecs and all the people in this side of the world is the smallpox they brought over. So it would make sense that the next
No,
season
bro,
would.
they should have did Bane, because Bane would be like the super conquistador.
Oh, that could have been one. Yeah, that's a good one. It would have made more sense as opposed to Penguin, because I'm thinking nobody would know what a penguin looks like. Dude, you gotta remember, this is at a time where they're just discovering the new world. You can't tell me anybody's actually been to the North or South Pole, Go on. That's why it doesn't make sense, but it's what it is. I mean, if there is a sequel, I feel like I will be more required to watch it, because Penguin's my guy and this and that. And yeah, that's really my overview.
If Samurai Batman got a sequel, this should probably give a sequel.
Pretty much. I did see this one reviewer, Multiversal Wisdom Audience, who brought up a good point about how the main Batman would react to this Aztec Batman. He would kind of be a little bit upset that somebody whose culture placates on slaughter will be donning his mantle, in which Batman is all about preserving life. Hence the no kill rule, even to as big as bad guys out there. So yeah.
I preserve your life by saving my villains so they can kill you later.
right.
Yeah, so they could kill the women, the children. Yeah, keep in mind, kids were they were a specific sacrifice for what, better rain, supposedly.
Yes.
So yeah,
So the gods will cry.
yeah.
You forget Batman only does it. Batman only doesn't kill because it'll be too damn easy. And if he kills one person, it won't stop.
Yeah, no, bro. I had a debate with somebody. So I was like, how can you tell me you like Batman as a hero when his whole thing is that I'm one step away from just losing my mind and killing everybody I know? When Batman, like the Batman animated series, he genuinely still cared for people and believed that people can change. But Gotham's been so far gone And there makes no sense for him to care about these people anymore.
Is that supposed to be the Penguin?
Yes.
He's going out
He's
in the
gonna be-
last 20 minutes.
He's like, yeah, which he's basically going to be like the plague doctor if they ever do make a sequel to this.
Yeah, there are two.
You know?
There are two acceptable answers to
So,
Batman.
wait,
not
when
killing.
does this movie take place?
1500s when the conquistadors came, so around that time.
There are two acceptable answers to Batman not killing for me. Either one, he just cares about like people to the point he wants to try to see them change, or two, it's like because Gotham is so corrupt, I have to be the law, bro. Like it's if I start killing, that's it. There is no law.
Yeah.
Look, this brings up a little moral challenge, like I saw from Batman's reaction on this, right? So, looking at Aztec Batman, would he be compliant with their human sacrifices, or be brave enough to stand against it? I don't think they'll depict him as standing against it in the sequel, because based on the Penguin, it looks like they're just going to focus on the whole smallpox spread, you know. But
You might not see it as murder in the traditional sense either. So,
yeah, there's that too. I mean, I would like it if the sequel emphasized that situation. If okay, so Aztec Batman wants to protect people, wants to save lives. Would his philosophy be challenged if he has to do that against his own community? You know. I mean, honestly, audience, in real life, like, I would think like, the Society of Aztecs, they'll at some point they'll be like, can we have just 1 year where we don't do this, sacrificing thing and just see what happens?
Man. People do shit for their religion all the fucking time.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, naturally over time, somebody will be like, can we just not do this 1 year and just see what happens? You know,
test the theory.
Yeah, let's test it out.
Just a theory, a game theory.
Exactly. I mean, the sun seems like it's going to shine tomorrow. I mean, yeah, just saying, So that's just my idea on this. But that's really my thoughts on the Aztec Batman audience. Yeah, that's really it. I guess I will rate it a 7 out of 10, maybe.
That's better than Marvel Zombies.
Yeah, pretty much. If anything, it gives you a fun discussion to talk about, So
we'll do an Aztec mythology crash course later.
Yeah, one of these.
If anyone's interested in that, you better pay me.
But anyway, all right. We can move on to the next topic. Jake, you could take charge of the next one. Your Code Lyoko one.
Oh shit!
You fucking bitch.
All right.
Or we can talk about Peacemaker.
Wait. Stop. What were you asking me, dude?
Talk about Code Lyoko.
Oh, okay. All right, I wasn't expecting mine to come out so quickly. Okay, yes, we will be talking about Code Lyoko. I watched the whole series from start to finish. So,
wow.
Yeah, I had some thoughts. This show came out in the early 2000s. It is, I don't use this word loosely because I hate how the internet just says it for everything. I generally do think the show is underrated for its time. I understand though, with the context, there were a lot of good shows out at the time, to be fair. Because you had what was it? Ben 10, Foster's Home. You had like a lot of good shows for kids at the time.
And this was in the midst of Toonami getting canceled, and I forgot what was that other block they replaced it with. Some aquarium stuff too, Cartoon Network.
There were a live action era.
There were a lot of good shows at the time, and this one just got lost in the shuffle. But I do think it was underrated, especially as the series goes on. The first season cut it on. What?
Yeah, Jake, you would think a story about the dangers of AI will be more important now more than ever, after all, right? Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, okay? When kids had the choice of Billy and Mandy, Far From Amazing Friends, or this was not the option he chose.
It was true.
Yeah,
I remember
it came out at the wrong time, is what you're telling me, Austin.
It was only me and my friend group, but the other people knew about Code Lyoko, and then everybody else is like, bro, like fucking.
I watched Code Lyoko too. Halfway.
I'm talking about in my friend group. I'm talking about when I was a kid. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But anyway, so this show, for people who don't know, is that these high school students with
large ass foreheads.
Yes, at a border school, which I think is the first time I ever learned like what this was, where like the kids live at school. And I thought as a kid, this is like the coolest thing to me because my parents were watching. I thought it was really good.
Yeah.
Anyway, this kid named Jeremy Belpois. Yes, this is a French show. They don't tell you that in the English dub, but it is in it's a swing of
You
French.
learn.
Yes. He discovers a supercomputer and he turns it on and he awakens a girl named Aelita, but also an evil virus named Xana. Okay. Xana. Xana is an evil AI that wants to destroy everything in sight, wants to escape Lyoko and destroy everything in sight. The only person who can stop it is Aelita, but she needs to be able to get to a tower to deactivate any crimes he tries to commit. So in order to get her there, because if she dies in Lyoko, she's dead, right? There's no saving her. Okay. So in order to do that, they need to get Jeremy has assembles 3 high school students to go into this world.
3 teenagers with attitude.
Right, 13 years of attitude to go into a virtual world and play a game.
And they play a game.
Someone
and the whole thing is about resetting the time itself.
Yep.
They gave the teenager encrypted the power to reset time daily at any point.
I remember.
Wait, which one is the girl that they have to like protect? I don't remember. I don't know.
The pink girl.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, she's in the computer for most of the time, and then I think halfway through season 2, she becomes a real girl.
Gotcha. I'm a real girl.
No. Hey, audience, here's a little quiz for you. Guess out of which person in this whole lineup gets to have the love interest with the computer girl?
The main guy.
The one who don't really fits at all.
The geek, of course. The geek has to have a crush, a love interest.
Why they give him the whole different art style?
Well, no, the thing is, Austin, he actually doesn't get to go in the computer world.
No. I remember. I'm just saying, at least for the cover, you could make them all look there for the same show.
No, I think they might have just photoshopped him in.
No, I thought that made sense.
I think it was from a different thing.
It's a 2D show. It's a 2D show, but the internet world is 3D. So everyone else had their 3D model set for him. I'm just saying, if you thought it on the cover itself isn't a good cover because it just seems like it does like they just Photoshop a random teen in there.
Yep.
And I like how he's the only one without a crazy super large forehead.
I know, right? Yeah. Which is ironic since he's supposed to be the brainy guy.
He has a 5 head, yes, but not like a 7 head.
Yeah, it's ironic because he's supposed to be the smartest guy out of them all, you know. But I will say,
without 7 heads.
Yep. But I will say, he's literally the man on the chair for throughout most of the series. Audience, damn. Trying to talk.
They definitely wanted to test out computer CGI.
I would say because it's hard to know what points you wanted to cover, but I don't know if people remember they had their own Green Ranger situation where Xana made a new kid show up and say, "Hey, yo, join me, and I'll give you power. I need to destroy you. I need to destroy these other people. I need to become a good lad later."
Yeah, and that kid was the love interest to the girl, the fan here, and also the love rival to the guy with the sword here too. So you know,
the girl with Yumi. I don't remember the guy's name.
Yeah,
the guy at the bottom with the pink cat-looking thing is odd.
I think those are horns.
They're cat ears.
He's supposed to be a cat.
Ears? Can I be honest with you? I have not seen Code Lyoko. I'm sorry. This came out before I was born, so there was a less likely chance that I was gonna have seen it.
The kid with the cat arrows shoots laser arrows, but he gets only like 6 laser arrows every time he goes into the game, which is lame.
And when the weapons breaks or stop working, you can't redo it.
Yep. The kid with the yellow suit has a sword. The girl with the black hair.
Bro, guys, I just want to say, this computer was fine the whole time up until the time I had to review my show. I'm just saying that's
same with me when it came to Aztec Batman. Oh, Jake! Wow. And same thing with Witch when he was about to talk about Namor. Wow, coincidence.
The universe doesn't want me to talk about Namor, dude.
Right. Yep, so Austin, I heard you guys were doing some of it without me. Where were we at?
I talked about William.
Because I haven't watched this show.
We said the people's names.
the
We went
teen
over how they had to
drama.
reset the universe every goddamn day.
Yeah, because
Oh
okay,
yeah, I think,
so the
Jake, I
universe,
think
the universe
oh, go ahead.
reset thing. They don't. They do it a lot in season 1, but they can't do it all the time, and they go more
Yeah.
into it later because if they do it every time they do it, Xana gets stronger. So they can't.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was a nice plot they put in the later season. Yep.
Which actually was this. I do what I do want to get to the show is what I like about this is the group themselves. They feel like a gamer unit, bro. I love this squad, bro. Early seasons they're kind of trash because they have powers, but they are still just like untrained children. So,
Yeah.
so they do.
I was saying this before, Jake. I just love how the fact that the one kid here whose power is laser arrows, but every time he plays, he only has like 6 shots,
Yes,
basically.
and later he gets better about using. Odd has some great fucking plays. I actually love Odd's moveset in this game and Lyoko. Everybody has like cool powers. Like, yes, I think you guys went over that as well.
Yep.
I think rewatching the show, I think something that was underrated was the gamer aspect of this. Because some episodes, they're whatever. Lyoko Wars that go in, they barely win, they save the day in the end, whatever. Some of those episodes, some of those plays, those last minute saves they do are fucking tight, like fucking awesome shit, bro. I think when you see a character out of nowhere, like there's no build up to it, but randomly they just clutch up the victory at the end, you just get hyped with them. You're like, yeah. That shit was awesome. I'll never forget, like, there was one episode where, like, all of the Lyoko warriors lose, and it's just Aelita. And there's, like, the tarantula. They introduced a tarantula enemy at this time, and the tarantula enemy is, like, the strongest one they face at this point. And she's by herself, and they get to the tower, but she doesn't. She creates this ice slide, and she tries to run across it, and the thing shoots at her, and she slits, but, like, she narrowly dodges all the bullets on the way down. Fucking hype, bro. I do. There was even some fights they have with later when Wallace mentioned him, William Dunbar, who we'll get into. William,
the goat.
Listen, he was the Green Ranger of this series. I mean, the evil Green Ranger. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
William.
Sorry. I was confusing him with the coach guy. Sorry.
Oh, Jim. Actually, Jim got to be a Lyoko warrior for 2 episodes. That was pretty fun. I like how I got to be a coach for 2 episodes.
Yeah.
William Dunbar gets introduced late in the season. Every season they introduce a new way to play the game so it doesn't get stale. Season 1 was very repetitive, and since like Xana will cause a problem, but the problem be so absurd that Xana couldn't possibly win, so you knew the Lyoko Warriors had to win. So because the stakes are either they win or like the whole world dies. So season 2 changed up the formula a bit. Now Aelita can get devirtualized now because she's in the real world. We're gonna but the problem was that it's not just towers have to deactivate. There's also this thing called the Skipazoa that tries to take her memories away. If the Skipazoa takes all her memories away, Xana could get free, and that was like the plot. And sometimes Xana comes like really close to winning. I do like Xana as a villain. As a kid, he doesn't talk, so I didn't really vibe with him. But as an adult rewatching, I'm like, yo, Xana's actually kind of smart. I like how he'll do a plan and it doesn't work, but he's like, I came pretty close that time. So like maybe the next time he'll try the same thing but tweak it. And I thought that was kind of really nice. That was kind of really refreshing to see a villain go like, no, I almost beat him doing this. Let me try this again.
The one plan episode I remember excruciating was a Xana kiss episode. Our audience, Xana's master plan to break up the band was basically materialize into the real world, be a shapeshifter, and randomly kiss people.
Yes, that was, and then everyone was so mad at each other. You didn't bring that up. I did want to bring up something I don't like about Code Lyoko. And as much as I love a good love triangle, the love stories they tell of this are fucking dumb. So Auric and Yumi, Sword Guy and Fangirl, they have a crush on each other. But Yumi is like 2 years older than him, so she's like, I don't know. Auric, so they clearly like each other, but they won't just admit they like each other. And I mean, these two hug, kiss, spread love letters, all this other shit, but they're not dating though. And then also like, I don't know how
they're
you
good
feels.
friends, Jake. They do,
Well,
they're just good friends.
But every episode, like, I don't know how the other feels about me. Oh my god!
Literally, her little brother is pressuring her to date him. Like,
Right.
god dang it! Like,
No, I made that joke because it happens a lot with queer characters all the time. Suffer.
gotcha.
Yeah, well, in this show, they can't confirm the character is dating. So even though, like, for instance, when Aelita comes to the real world and Jeremy and Aelita clearly love each other, they love each other since the first season. Clearly they're dating, but the show doesn't say they're dating. But there's no real love tension between them. That you just know that they like each other. They flirt. They date. They're clearly dating.
And they kiss. They kiss.
Yeah,
all
they
too.
kiss.
They make out.
Yes, and so
make out.
Or can you? I don't know if you guys remember. There's this weird episode.
I haven't
late
seen
in
the
season.
show, Jake. I don't.
I'm talking about the people who watched it. There's this there's this weird episode where they've been talking about the relationship the whole season 1, and randomly, and I mean this literally, the show literally stops. And I don't mean this like hyperbolically. It literally stops. So like Ulrich and Yumi can walk out the frame and scream their feelings at each other. It is so cringe. It's so cringe. It's like whatever. Ulrich will sometimes sabotage missions because he's in his feelings about Yumi. One episode he got mad because he thought Yumi gave him a note, and turns out
I remember that.
Yeah, it turns out Sissy made the note, and then all Yumi said was like, "How did I make that note?" And Ulrich goes like, "What?" And so when he goes to Lyoko, he's just standing there while his friends are getting killed.
Wait, as I recall, he got humiliated in front of the whole school. As I recall,
No, it was just in front of Sissy and her friends.
But I'm like, dude, lives are on the line over here, dude. Come on,
priorities, dude. At least do something.
Yeah.
Right, and that's why I hated Ulrich for the longest time because of this. Because I thought like Ulrich would always be the one who would always get in his feelings and just not want to do the mission. I'd be like, bro, like the stakes of the line.
Yeah.
And so eventually Ulrich stops doing this. Eventually by season 3, I think someone at the studio heads came up and said, "Hey, listen, you got to stop the drama between these two." And so Yumi comes in and says, "Ulrich, we're just good friends." And Ulrich's like, "Just good friends." So for the rest of the series, they still like each other, but they can't do the relationship the will they won't they should a lot. They do every now and then. Eventually they introduce William Dunbar in season 3. He's not a Lyoko warrior yet. He'll be a Lyoko warrior in season 3's finale. William is the third wheel in this love triangle. Okay, and I mean, and this is what frustrates me about William, because sometimes they want to play him up as a romantic rival, but Yumi has no interest in him romantically. She likes him as a friend. Anytime you see these two together, they're in the friend zone. When I was a kid, I thought Yumi and William had a thing. They actually really don't. Yumi does not care about William that way. And no matter how many times William tries it, Yumi's like, I mean, we can hang out. But you'll just see like Ulrich in the background fuming, dog. He'll be so mad that these two are hanging out with each other.
Oh, God forbid.
Right.
Yeah. God forbid your love interest talks to another guy or makes a guy friend, Like, wow.
It's to the point where William goes to Ulrich, and he's like, "Dog, listen, Yumi likes you, all right? And you got to start doing something about that, because if you don't, I will." I was like, Jesus.
And as far as I recall, right, Ulrich, like, dude, he was the one person that the whole school, all the girls fawned over.
Yes. Well, it was him and Ulrich, I think. It says people fawn for him, and some of them do, but it was mainly William and Ulrich. I think, but where it becomes a Lyoko warrior by then, he discovers Lyoko once, and the team has to make a vote. And I do like how the team does this. Jeremy takes Lyoko very fucking seriously. So like anytime they have to do a major decision, they take a vote, or like it has to be like a group decision whenever they want to add somebody to the team. And the first time William finds out about Lyoko, and he doesn't go to the actual place, but he does help. And so they take a vote, and they're like, well, if anyone says no, like if one person says no, we won't bring them because we want to make sure everybody's cool with it. And one person says no, but it's an anonymous vote. And so William goes, "Of course, Ulrich voted out. Well, you know what? I don't care if you reset the timeline. I'm still going to remember this shit out of spite." And And he kind of did. He didn't really remember all of it, but he remembered some of it. And but it turns out the vote was Yumi. Yumi voted him off Lyoko.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah.
And she was like, I just don't trust this guy.
He gets screwed, audience. He gets done
Right.
dirty.
So
I'm surprised he didn't. I'm surprised he didn't bring a picture of him, Jake.
I did. I have his Lyoko version. I was gonna say that for later.
Okay.
So basically, what happens later is at some point in season 3, Xana's attack, because I don't think you guys understand. Xana attacks relentlessly. One time they said Xana attacks once a day. I was like, oh my god! And he will attack at any opportunity. No matter what.
Audience, there were moments where Xanax was about to execute people. I still remember that scene with him and Jim. Like Jim was on the floor in front of a tree. He got shot in the arms, shot in the legs, and was about to get headshotted in the face. Damn.
And come season 2, Xana gets really mad at these people. There was one episode where he took over the principal's body, and the Yoga Warriors got away from him. This dude, like, you know the scene in Silver Surfer where she's like chasing the fort? That's basically his. He's like running on water and shit, and like parkouring to get to these kids. I'm like, oh my god. So,
damn.
But anyway, so at this point in the series, the Lyoko Warriors they've tried to put Lyoko before school the whole 2 years they've been doing this, but they can't. So they have to, like, because they're like, listen, we have to go to school because we can't even stay in school. We can't even go to Lyoko anyway. So we need to do our test. And Jeremy's like, fuck, I need someone to take his place because Alita can't go by herself. I guess I'll get William. So they recap William with everything that happens. William goes to Lyoko. William gets like a cool ass Buster Sword. This is William.
Yeah.
Right, with this shit. Yeah.
He has Ilyana Rasputin's sort of sword, audience.
Yeah. He gets a cool ass Buster Sword. And so the problem with William is he's not a team player. He has a sword that makes him the strongest Lyoko warrior physically, and he's destroying Xana's minions nonstop. By the way, keep in mind the stakes of this season where like Xana has learned that he can just destroy Lyoko. He's already broken free of Lyoko at this point. So now he's like, I'm just gonna destroy it so you guys can't get in my way anymore. He's been trying to do it all season, and he's actually won some of these fights with them. Like he's flat out won some episodes. And so William is showing off, and Alita's like, oh my god, please focus on the mission. Just stop, just do what I'm telling you, because you don't know what you're doing. And so eventually runs into a Skipazoa, and Jeremy's like, William, get away from that shit. And William's like, no, I got it. It's just like some jellyfish thing. It's not even doing anything. And then the thing snatches him and brainwashes him and turns him into a Xanified William. So William for the rest of the series.
I like his design.
Yes, he's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
For the rest of the series, William becomes a super boss. So they go to Lyoko and they fight enemies, but then sometimes you'll actually hear boss music and William the first couple episodes, the Lyoko Warriors cannot beat William no matter what they do. He was already physically stronger than all of them in Lyoko, but he's also Xana powered, and Xana already triple amplifies people. Eventually, through hard work and teamwork, they can kind of catch him off guard. It's very inconsistent if they can beat him or not. At some point, though, everybody gets at least 3 wins on William. So that's pretty cool. There was an episode, one of my favorite episodes, where Odd was bragging a lot, and they told Odd he can't go a day without bragging. He's like, okay, I can do it.
Without being a self-centered asshole.
Wait, so this episode, I'm not gonna lie to you, I would have given it to Odd. The mission was we had to. So in season 4, they figure out they can go to Earth with their powers. They figure out like a way to do it. This is what they look like. This is what some of them look like when they're on Earth with their powers. And the mission was we have to destroy one of Xana's supercomputers. Oric and Yumi go in there. They lose. Alita gets devirtualized. Odd is by himself. And Jeremy's like, all right, Odd, listen, we could cancel the mission right now, or you could clutch up. It's up to you. And I was like, I got this. This dude beats 3 Hornets. Beats William by himself, goes to Earth, beats an army of spider bots, makes a Hawkeye level shot, and destroys the thing. And I was like, bro, you gotta let him brag, bro. That'll be a brag for me. But no, that was one of my favorite episodes. But yeah, eventually they do save William, in season 4, and they figure out a way to save him. In the meantime, by the way, they have to make an NPC version of William to take his place in real life. It's a William that takes everything literally because he's a computer program. But I do like everyone's like, William, are you like fucking high? Like, what happened? Eventually, his parents do come in because the principal's kind of concerned about him, and his parents spend like a day with him, and they're like, I don't know who that kid is. That's not my son. Like, I don't know what happened to him. Luckily, this is the episode they fixed William, and so that was pretty cool. William tries to get back on Team Lyoko, and the whole squad's like, no, absolutely not. And you do kind of feel bad for him because it kind of was his fault, but I mean, he was brainwashed.
Yeah.
But they were like, but it's like, no, you're not a team player. You don't, like, if you messed up like that again, we don't know what to do. And Xana's stronger than ever, so we're not going to risk it. And eventually they do need his help, but not on Lyoko. They said, listen, and Jeremy's like, listen, you're the bench player. If we need you, we'll send you in. You just stay right here. And William's like, okay.
Come on.
Right. So he stays right there and does what Jeremy says. Final battle of the episode. All lives are on the line, right? This is the mission to kill Xana.
Yeah.
Everyone's struggling. Jeremy's like, all right, William, you're in. Turns around. Xana took over William again. That's it, bro.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, come on, dude.
It's like, okay, you can never do this shit again. You can never be on this team, bro. And William gets Xana fight again. It beats the shit out of Jeremy. So it's up to Oric and Yumi to fight him in the real world. They beat Xana, they kill Xana. And I just remember, like, if I was in this scenario, I'd be like, William, listen, like, you're cool and all, but like, don't talk to me again, bro. Like, you're a bad
yeah.
It's not your fault, but I can't be your friend, bro. Something about it. But that was actually the second to last episode. Aaliyah loses her father and all this shit. There's like this also the lore. Last episode's actually really cool. It's actually a clip episode, which normally are like terrible, but I actually did like this because the moral problem was like, now that Xana's dead, they want to shut down Lyoko. But Jeremy's like, damn, I mean, I don't really want to do it. Like, I know I spend restless nights trying to I miss school trying to kill Xana, but now that we actually did it, I don't want to turn off Lyoko because we have all our cool, like, we became like an army, like a unit doing Lyoko, dude. And I don't want to lose that. And Yumi is the only one who's like, are you fucking for real?
Yeah, dude. Just get a D&D video game or something like that, dude. Go World of Warcraft. I don't give a shit. Come on.
Right. But everybody else is like, no, I get it, Jeremy. Like, we became best friends doing that. And when Jeremy has the time to explain to Yumi, and Yumi's like, I don't want to hear it. And Jeremy's like, listen, like, you don't understand. Like, before I met you guys, I was kind of the loner here, but because of this game, like, you know, we all became best friends, and like, I have like a group, and I don't want to lose that. But Yumi's like, listen,
if I was Yumi, I'd be telling him, my family nearly died on multiple occasions because of this. Come on, dude.
I do like Yumi's answer. Yumi's like, listen, since Lyoko might have brought us together, but we've been friends without Lyoko before. Like, we're friends beyond the show. Like, we hang out even when Lyoko isn't a problem. Which is true. You see that throughout the season. They are genuine friends. Their chemistry is like literal, like they're best friends. Like, there's no breaking this down. And so, and that was the lesson they have to learn. Like, it's time to let go. Listen, we had 2 years where we were fucking superheroes. Now it's time to grow up and enjoy our lives and enjoy the rest of high school. I do like this episode too, because this is the episode where Sissy learns everything about Lyoko. Like, she sneaks into the supercomputer, learns about what Jeremy did, and she goes to her father. She's like, these people are crazy. They don't know. They're psychotic. And she lays out everything she learned, but her father's like, okay, well, my daughter's crazy. I guess I'm gonna take her into the hospital. And so they return to the past one last time, and this time Jeremy's like, all right, we'll take another vote. And they're like, yeah, I think we're ready to turn it off. And they do. And Lyoko's gone, and it ends on this final shot of the show where you get to see the Lyoko Warriors one last time. And then you get to see the supercomputer close, and even they have Xana's logo on it, as if to say, even Xana's saying, goodbye, guys, it's over. We're done.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Had a good run, Mel.
Yeah, it was
just saying, get Just saying, go. I'm sure World of Warcraft is coming up down the line some point. Y'all
Didn't
can
World
bond
of
over that.
Warcraft come out around the same time as this fucking show?
Probably.
Either
Probably.
before or after.
Right.
Yeah. I'm just saying, there are other ways you could bond over a video game, basically. You know? It doesn't just have to be this. Like, you know.
To be fair, I'm just glad we don't have to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning because Xana wants to attack randomly. Okay?
Yeah,
'Cause that does
you
happen.
know?
At
But
least we can have a normal sleep schedule now.
right.
Yep.
But Kolioka is a really great show. I like every season escalates from the previous, and by the time we get to season 4, it gets like really good. It's like really great. It's still one of my favorite early 2000 shows. I highly recommend giving it a chance. Season 1's animation is abysmal. Like 3D is like terrible. But but later
It
on,
was
like
the early ages of 3D animation.
It takes a while to work out the kinks, you know? So,
right. By season 4, those models look pretty damn good. So I actually really did like the 3D models. But the character interactions, the dynamics, seeing the character's personality, because it's not just the Lyoko stuff, like the school stuff is pretty cool too. Because sometimes the school stuff has nothing to do with Lyoko at all. And you just learn some cool facts about the characters and like what they're into. Like Alita's like a DJ. She didn't know she had DJ skills. She learned that. That was pretty cool. Yeah, there's like a lot of little lore in the show that you get that's like both relevant and not relevant that makes the world feel lived in, and like these kids have lives outside of Lyoko. So you really do bond with the cast by the end of the show. So
coming age story too, you know. So
yeah,
there.
There are sequel. There's an official sequel and a fan sequel. There's one called Kolyoko Evolution, which I am watching. I will get to it. People did not like it. It's only one season. I'll say how I feel later, but yeah, that Kolyoko, great show. You know, make evil go away and all that shit. So.
There you go. Show the dangers of AIs now more than ever. Okay, but anyway, for sake of time, let's move on. We're going to do Witch's Pick before we go to Peacemaker. So,
yeah, I'll be
you ready?
because there's not as much to talk about. Anyways, we got the official.
I need to step out for a bit. Be right back. Go ahead.
Okay. We finally got the official trailer for the first season of the Twisted Wonderland anime. This one's based off of the first book. Well, the first manga that we got for it. So the episode of Heart's Labule. So basically, if you don't know, basically we follow a different version of YUU in this case, and this one's Yukin. Basically he gets isekai'd into the world of Twisted Wonderland and has to deal with Riddle's mommy issues in real time. It's great. This is what happens when you have a shitty mom. Keep in mind, we got cool visuals. We learned that the dorm songs from the Blazing Jewel event are going to be used as either the openings or the endings. I'm not 100% sure on that. We got a lot of cool visuals. I'm excited to see what they do with that. We did get some new visuals. We get to maybe see a little bit of Riddle's overblot, maybe? Question mark. Ooh.
Okay.
Which is a thing that happens in the game, if anyone didn't know. Yeah. So basically, we're gonna have to learn. To anyone who's played the game, we're gonna have to resuffer through Riddle's trauma and the consequences of having a really overprotective, not even really overprotective, but really just shitty mom. They still refuse to show Riddle's mom's face, even for the anime. It's just still like shadowed out, if you catch my drift. We see Trey's parents' face. We're probably going to see a whole bunch of other people's faces. They still refuse to show his mom's, which is good, because if we know what she looked like, we're beating her ass. You hurt my baby boy, I'm beating your ass. Anyways, yeah. I'm excited. It comes out in a month, guys. It comes out in a month. You know damn well I'm going to talk about it.
Definitely.
So stay tuned for that.
I wonder if they're going to make the face reveal a blink and you miss it sort of moment, just to tease the audience, you know?
Yeah, probably not, because this is based off of the manga a lot more than the game, but I swear Crawley is annoying as shit. Like, oh my god, motherfucker. Diva's cruel. Like, come on, man. Like, send us home. We just want to get sent home. Okay? Like, I think we're on either still on Octiniville or we're heading into the Scarabia manga as we speak. But obviously for an anime, it's going to take a while. Like, it took us years after this got announced just to get this to this point. So stay tuned for me maybe reviewing this on the channel. And
All
yes,
right.
if anyone's curious, we are getting an English dub. We're just gonna have to wait a couple more weeks for the English dub trailer. So stay tuned for that. I might get into cosplay just to watch this damn show. So if anyone on my socials sees me dressed up as Riddle around the time this comes out, you know why.
There you go.
I'm not dressing up as Riddle for Halloween. I'm not doing that again. That was last year. I'm not doing him again.
Be something different after all, So.
Oh, I already know who I'm dressing up for Halloween. So yeah. Anyways,
Nice.
that's basically it. I'm not gonna spoil too much. Go watch the trailer for yourself. We're getting an English dub. Place your bets on who's voicing who in the comment section below. Yeah.
Gotcha. But all right then. I guess with that, we should move on to the next topic. Austin, you'll do the honors of this one.
Austin,
still there?
Guess not.
Okay.
If I crash out again,
Listen.
I might just leave when I crash out.
No, I'm here. My phone. When my phone times out, it kicks me out when I didn't realize.
Okay. Announce this one, Austin.
Peacemaker. My theory was correct from all the way from episode 2.
Season 2, episode 6. He was correct, audience, but it did not soften the blow when it happened. Dude, I swear I had my Thunderbolt Waltz moment where I said, I swear, I will not rest until there are 50 stars on that flag. I already know what my place in this universe will be. You damn right I will be one of the Sons of Liberty in this universe, audience. Oh, damn.
That doesn't sound like a good thing.
Not when you know the stipulations about this universe, which
no, that's not. That's a good thing here. Okay, that's a good thing.
Yeah, I'll be that.
That you want to join a group called the Sons of Liberty?
No, well, when you hear what we're fighting, you'll understand, all right?
Okay, because that sounds like a ultra right wing hate group.
No, you'll understand. You'll understand. Just
okay. I don't
care how it sounds. It sounds cool, dude. Sounds cool. I don't care how it sounds. Okay, but we're getting into content of this episode. I will say this, Austin. I didn't have that in the back of my mind when you mentioned that theory, but I started noticing something was up when in this episode, right? You have Vigilante. He's looking at this new world, right? He's laughing at all the things that are similar yet somehow different. Like, oh, Cheerios. They still have Cheerios. Oh, it's just spelled Cheerio. And then he sees his parents. And he's laughing, saying, my dad's not gay in this universe. And in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, I wonder why your dad's not gay in this universe. Oh, okay. And then when you finally see his himself in that universe, they're both completely the same audience, except for one key difference about Peacemaker. So you're like, oh, shit. So, say what happens, Austin. Go ahead. Do it.
Besides them doing the shitty Spider-Man meme?
Oh, yeah. They reference Spider-Man here, audience, and they reference Pokemon, which we'll talk about when we mention the big reveal.
The big reveal is that while they're doing this, Adebayo is also here, walking down the street, and she gets caught by Peacemaker's brother?
Yes. And the whole
sees her and screams out the famous words, "She got out of black. Let's get her."
Oh boy!
As Peacemaker sees the flag for the first time, and the 50 stars are replaced with a swastika. You're on Earth X.
That's right. The Sons of Liberty are the resistance that fights against the Nazis.
Yes.
So the Sons of Liberty are fighting Nazis?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's still a really bad name for them to choose. I'm just going to be
No. For the record, that is a real historical group that happened in America's past, audience. So.
No, but like I said, it still sounds like a hate group.
Different time.
Yeah, well, I draw pride in that name, so all right, we'll agree to disagree on that. So anyway, we're talking about so we did see the Sons of Liberty in episode 2, audience, and the way that episode was depicted is you thought that was a terrorist organization, like they're aiming after Argus, they're setting to blow the place up. And it was the Peacemaker of our universe who was there, who ended up killing all of them and stopping the explosion from happening. So you're like, oh god damn it! So you Peacemaker, you killed the heroes of this universe. Wow, wow. And yeah, considering the fact that you had sex with the hardcore of this universe, you're also telling me that you had sex with a Nazi as
Sure.
Peacemaker. Wow, wow.
If I find out that someone I knew was slept with a Nazi and is like totally okay with their actions, I'm beating their ass.
Well, he didn't know.
He didn't know which, like.
If he didn't know, if this
They were-
person didn't know and condemns their actions and regrets sleeping with a Nazi, that's a different story. In my opinion.
I don't know if he'll regret it. It's a weird circumstance because this is, you know, he this is the version of, like, you know, his love interest from different universe that actually wants to hook up with him, you know, whereas, you know, the main universe love interest, she wants nothing to do with Peacemaker. Like, yeah.
She's fucked up, man. She got her own issue.
Yeah. She's dealing with her own case of toxic masculinity, you know? So, but yeah. You should have, I guess in retrospect, you really should have seen the signs, audience, considering the fact that Peacemaker's dad, you know, the White Dragon, who's basically a KKK superhero. Yeah, he's a well-respected superhero in this universe. Okay, now you know why. Wow. Oh, and we also get a surprise cameo here, by the way, too, audience. Jake, you want to mention that person?
Surprise. Oh, Lex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's
What
not
happens?
surprised. James got spoiled this a long time ago.
I figured we were going to get somebody from the movies, but I didn't think it was going to be one of the head guys like Lex. You know? So what's he do, Jake? Oh, wait. Didn't you see that?
I saw the clip. I didn't see, I didn't watch the episode.
Okay. So what it was that Rick Flag Sr. went to Lex about how to talk about the different dimension traveling tech and this and that, and Lex only agreed to help if Rick Flags agrees to relocate him to a different prison. So yeah. I guess they're already setting up the seeds for his next possible return, you know?
Sure.
But yeah, in retrospect, that ending, audience, it overshadows the surprise appearance of Lex here. You know, the rest of the episode, nothing big happens plot wise except the fact that Peacemaker's crew is in this not new universe with our Peacemaker, and yeah, now they're discovering that this is basically RFX. Now, question, guys. Do you guys think we're going to see a Superman with a swastika next episode?
I'm not sure how far Earth goes. I mean, it's always been a multiverse issue, but the fact that we're this far in, there's been this many changes, but people still have the same parents and the same outcome is crazy. I understand how you could live in a world where the entire population was put in, or entire population of people were put into prison cells. Yet the general makeup of who was born in this time period still stays the same, but that's always been a problem in multiverse stories, not unique to this one. So
I know. Oh, speaking of things not fitting in place, so you're telling me in the Nazi-run world there still exists Spider-Man and Pokemon?
Yes.
So is this a Nazi-run world, or did the Axis just divide power?
Well, Japan would still exist, so Japan would still exist. Yeah.
But would Japan have a
I don't know if they would have
swastika?
anime. I don't know if they would have anime given its history.
Yeah.
Or maybe they'd have some form of it. Spider-Man probably wouldn't exist, or at least he wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, definitely not. So,
but Japan would be. I think. I don't know what the Nazis' full stance of Japan was, but they did work with them. So, maybe it's fine.
Austin, you're surprisingly quiet over this.
I just don't have a lot to say. It reveals what I thought it was. We're gonna see how hardcore talks about it next episode. Even she's like, "This is your perfect world, huh?" So that's going to be interesting to see that conversation happen.
Dude, this is gonna be something your friends are gonna be holding against you for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
For the rest of Chris's life.
your peaceful world is the world run by Nazis.
Right.
Oh, God. You killed the people that were actively trying to kill the Nazis.
Right.
Oh, God, dude. Yeah, but that's what it is. Yeah, this makes you more eager to see the next episode, audience, at the end of the day. So can't wait for that. Any final thoughts on this before we move on to the next topic?
Nah.
Okay. All right. That's it for peace, audience. Austin, you can pick the next topic. Which one you want to talk about?
Let me see. Let's go ahead
There's
and do Wolverine. Then we can do. Then which do Twisted
he did his
Wonderland?
pick.
Which is gone.
Yeah, which did his pick. Yep.
Damn.
Okay.
That's
So
what
all right. All right. Well, let's talk about the Wolverine one.
I do Wolverine, then we can just go straight to comic stuff and be done.
Yeah. And well, that Moon Knight topic too. So
Well, that's just an announcement. I can do that with this, to be honest.
okay. All right. Well, go ahead. We'll talk about
Wolverine trailer. As a
Mhm.
person who watched the beta, they increased the gameplay stuff. Some of the models are still ugly, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But gameplay wise, it looks good. People kept calling it Omega Red Sabretooth, and it was pissing me off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like Mystique look.
Yo, how about you drop some lore and make a red, bro? Because a lot of people be talking about Omega Red, but not be saying much about him, bro. They say he just looks. Right?
It's you really want to know?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Omega Red is basically the went through the Russian Weapon X program. His tentacles are made of carbonadium, which stops healing factors, but he also releases like death spores, which slowly kills everything around him. So he's Wolverine's deadliest opponent, and it's also why he doesn't get used a lot because you don't have to write around those two things.
I'm about to say because it feels like people talk about him, but they can't. They don't be talking about stories he's in. They know about them.
Yeah, he's too overpowered. I won't say he's overpowered. You have to beat him quickly, but it's always hard to write that.
Mm-hmm.
So they use him very sparingly, which is why even though he was the first villain we saw in the Ultimate Universe, he had not did one thing.
Ultimate Universe, he sucked. He kept getting
in the new one. He's with magic in him, but he just haven't did anything.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah, like Colossus, everyone else at least got like a fight scene. He has not done anything because they don't know how to write him.
Yep. Well, I'm glad they're bringing him in here at least because, like, we've already seen a bunch of fights between Wolverine and like clawed people, in various other media adaptations. So bringing in Omega Red, yeah, it sounds cool. A little variety here. I want to go back to what you mentioned about Mystique. Yeah, because did Austin mute himself? Oh, okay.
I'm muted the calls.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I want to go back to the comment about Mystique because, you're not the only one who apparently is upset about the design. Wow, nobody seems to be liking it.
Do we got it?
It goes back to this thing where they're going out their way to make attractive characters not attractive.
Yes.
And I get with Mystique in this sense, they're trying to base her main look off her person. But that's the thing, her main look should not look like anybody. That's the point.
Yeah. She's when you think of Mystique, audience, you think of a femme fatale character at the end of the day too, So it's something you've seen like not only with her, but you kind of seen her with other female characters in Marvel video games too. I remember for all those who forgot, remember the original design for Black Widow for Avengers PS4? Like, that got made fun of the heck,
All that because of a company called Sweet Baby Ray's that still have their paws in the Insomniac as a company.
Yep. They
want the women to look relatable and realistic.
I ain't gonna lie to you, that era. I don't think they have.
That's why Mary Jane looks the way she looks. Where it's like this is supposed to be the supermodel. And she's like the most average person you ever seen.
Exactly.
But they let Black Cat be hot.
Mm-hmm.
In the first game, she looked fine to me, but the
Okay.
second game, I was like,
The second game, she's 20 years older than Peter.
all right, I'm like,
Yeah. That was the weirdest design choice I ever saw before. Audience with Mary Jane.
It doesn't make sense to give Mystique these strong features. Because her whole point is getting other people features.
Yeah. So just sad that this is the approach they're taking, but there's so much we
We
can
do
do.
see him Sentinel for the first time. This will be our first time
Oh,
fighting a giant
really?
Sentinel since what? Ultimate Alliance games?
yeah. Well, not
Well, would you
Ultimate Alliance, but
No,
well
Ultimate
would
Alliance
you
3 you fight a giant Sentinel.
in
well
Ultimate
would you count
Legend.
Austin? Would you count Deadpool because they were using Sentinel body parts in that game?
I this is kind of just meant the fact like a giant Sentinel because
Oh,
over
okay.
the years, especially like in the movies and stuff, you don't really get the design. We
Mhm.
only got the design of what X2
Yeah.
Danger Room team,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then the next time we saw it was the fake ass blue and white robots in First Class
Yeah.
or Days of Future Past
Oh,
and stuff. I don't know, but
yeah.
so seeing
Well.
the real design was really cool.
Hmm.
There's some Easter eggs to other people. Save Two had an Easter egg. Some Weapon X people had Easter egg. The story seems to be Logan in modern day trying to do his own thing, but he has to go back and find Sabretooth and Mystique and them and uncover his past because he doesn't remember, so he can move forward.
Hmm.
I will
Hmm.
spoil this for people. In the test
Yeah.
beta, we get to play as Jean Grey. Jean Grey is the ugliest person I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, jeez.
And they just make her a person doing like the pew 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 with her powers, and I was like, we're just playing.
Which is not something that should be in line with Gene because like literally the ongoing gag is like everybody has a crush on Gene, you know?
I'm sure they're going to fix it in the same way they fix Mystique's design because we do. Having Mystique look better in the beta if I remember correctly.
Okay.
So
Yep.
I don't know. They might fix her design, but I do think this all is supposed to lead to X-Men game and then like Wolverine again.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. That's all I really have to say. It's a good trailer. Wolverine by Liam is pretty interesting, I
Mhm.
guess.
Man.
And this does take place in the same universe as Spider-Man somehow.
Wow. We'll see what happens there, you know? Again, the relatable, trying to make characters look relatable by making them average, like, I don't buy that at all. Like, you guys remember when I told you the story about meeting that mother whose son was a soldier and his fiance looked like Black Widow? I swear,
Yeah.
the fiance looked like a model, you know? So, yeah.
It's all about supposed to be. It's all supposed to be about combating unrealistic beauty standards in video games, and it's like this is not real. If you
Haven't,
look at a
haven't
video
been,
game and be like, damn, I don't look like her, something's wrong with you.
yeah. Have they been the malls? There are people of all shapes and sizes of malls walking down, you know?
They call those women unhealthy now.
Oh, jeez. What happened to body? What happened to body positivity, or is that just only one side? You know.
It died when
Oh.
Lizzo started using Ozempic.
There you go. One thing I will say, I was negative when I first heard about this because in my mind I'm thinking, okay, so you're already announcing your next video Marvel video game, yet I'm still waiting another year for you to release the 1943, the one that had a
To be
trailer like
fair,
last year.
This was announced before that.
Okay, gotcha.
But we had the teaser trailer. This is the gameplay trailer.
Okay.
That's how long it's
Well,
been. You just literally forgot. We had a teaser trailer that said Wolverine, and then
audience,
we didn't hear shit for like 4 years.
audience, I flat out bought a PS5 just so I could play 1943. God
Mhm.
dang it. Well, look,
Oh yeah,
know.
so I will mention this so we just skip that stuff. So the other news was Brad Wiggenberg. I don't know the man's name.
Yeah.
The head of Marvel TV. He just casually said in an interview, "Oh yeah, we're working on Nova and we're working on Strange Academy." And it's like, motherfucker, that should have been the whole thing. What the fuck you mean you're just working on it?
I thought part of that article was also saying like, yeah, we're going to take what we can invest in, basically. Like, okay,
Yeah.
we're not just going to randomly bring up a series just to bring up a series. Like Echo, that was just a random thing they decided to
Yeah.
do. Um, it
There's
was
no
something
more
that
random stuff or long shots or just random characters that they think can work. They're like, oh,
yep.
people want Nova. Nova's the easiest character.
Hmm.
Nova already got the setup. We're going to do Nova. Strange Academy, they already had 3 people talk about it. One talked about it in She-Hulk, and then the
Hmm.
girl who literally went to the academy was in Riri Williams thing.
Yep.
So
Which is
that's
also
just a no-brainer.
Which is also going to be weird because remember, like Marvel Studios wants to cut back on budgets for a lot of their projects now. Like, I mean, we definitely saw that at Marvel Zombies,
Yeah,
because they cut the budget down to 4 episodes. So, but when
that's
you're
why I
talking
don't
about
see how
stuff
you're gonna do Strange Academy at all.
and Nova, like both of them are CGI
No,
heavy
at least
reliance
with
on them.
Nova, he's a space cop, so you can do the space cop routine for a while. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Where he's like
Yeah.
investigating stuff like that, and it won't be the Nova show that people want, but it'll be something. Maybe also Nova's probably gonna be a special presentation. They're gonna be like the hour long.
Mm. Okay. As long as you.
Strange Academy is the one that's going to guarantee be a TV show. And
Oh
you're telling
yeah,
me a TV show with full magic every episode? That's not going to happen.
definitely not. Especially if you read
Also,
Strange
this is one
Academy
of those
audience.
situations with just like Miss Marvel and Riri, where these characters don't have a lot of comics because they're brand new. So why are you doing it?
Yeah, because like when you read the Strange Academy comics, like some of those characters, again, are going to be heavily CGI reliant. It's
Yeah,
been a while since I
the
read
main
Strange
character,
Academy,
one of
but
the main characters is Dormammu's fucking son, and he has one scene in you.
one the other main character's audience is a literal Frost Giant kid.
Yeah, 2 of them are Enchantress Kid, and she doesn't even exist.
Yeah, you're biting out more than you could chew with this. Well, see what happens. All I know is Marvel just wants to make sure whatever projects they release are hitters. So if they feel like they can pull off a Strange Academy or Nova with the budget they're
We
given,
shouldn't even call it that. It'll be Wong's Academy. And so he's the source of his brain.
oh, dude, that fraud is still holding on to that title. I forgot. He is a fraud
He's just
audience.
the bench warmer. He's the bench warmer.
Yeah, yeah. No, so all right, here's what it is.
Let's just
Oof.
do the comic news.
Okay, what do you want to do?
We can't say this real quick. Marvin Jones is Tombstone. People don't remember he voiced Tombstone in the animated Spider-Man movies with Miles. So this didn't come out of nowhere. He was the
Mhm.
racist albino black man villain from uh, Black Lightning.
Oh, damn. Okay.
So he already has like the crime boss experience when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah.
So this was a great pick. I'm excited for it. That's all you really
Yeah,
need now.
I gotta say, with all the push Tombstone has been getting over the past couple of years, audience, you damn well better be sure that he was gonna get a movie appearance at some point.
The
So
question is, will he be more biker gang lackey dude, or
yeah,
are they going to pull a spectacular where he's basically the next Kingpin?
I will go. I will want them to do the next Kingpin since like the Fisk has his hands full as the mayor, so you can have this guy as the legitimate Kingpin.
Yeah,
For a
Jake, they
time
don't know
being.
about the facts of life yet. Okay.
They don't know it yet. They don't know, but they'll learn. They'll learn.
They'll learn. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Let's do
But
the comic news.
okay. Let's just get that out of the way. We're getting the female Silver Surfer in comics audience. This should be surprising nobody.
Cool for her. It's bad that she's going to get shitted on because they keep doing this thing where they kill a character off and replace them, and they expect you to care. You don't kill off who we like, and then that's why people did not like Riri because y'all killed off Iron Man, and then made her start Iron Man's book.
Yep. But to be fair, like I think everybody who when they heard that Silver Surfer was going to die, Oh yeah, oh, come on! You just gotta set your timer up for the female coming in, because hey, you have to correspond to movies early. You know?
The funny part is like you could have just had the female version come from like Earth X and get like a crossover thing or something. You know,
Gotcha.
you
But they
already doing like
want
the Ultimate Universe crossover. You cross
they,
over Earth X. That would have been cool.
they want legitimacy in saying there's actually a mainstream Silver Surfer. Because for everybody who was like saying, "Oh, well, we've had a female Silver Surfer in the comics," that was a character for a blink and you miss a moment from a separate universe. Like, come on,
To
you
be
know?
fair, that's how the movie that what the movie was.
Mhm.
Separate
Okay, so yeah,
different universes. We're just gonna do it and we're moving on.
okay, yeah, by that logic, true. But
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, if there's a Silver Surfer #1 with a female Silver Surfer on it, I mean, is anybody buying it?
I will check it out only to see what they do,
Yeah.
and I want to see what the variants are because I can just see from this art. This art was horny, bro.
What was that?
As you can see from this art, this artist was horny. The all art's going to probably be like this.
Yeah, they made the
Uh,
proportions noticeable. Let's put it
she has
that
a
way,
cool
audience.
design with her surfboard, and I like the black comes up her arms and around her neck. But you
I
know,
don't
it's
know.
one of those you have to look and see. If there was
I don't know.
Ryan North introducing, I would have more faith than a
Uh-huh.
random ass writer doing it. But who knows?
Yeah, we'll see where it goes. Maybe War View when it comes out. But we'll see. But anyway, let's just talk about the last topic of the night, Austin. Then we'll call it.
Yeah,
So go ahead, dude.
I forgot about this. He-Man, the Master Universe. Golly, they're trying to kill me. The sword of flaws. So
Ooh,
this is going to cover the bad side of power, like the addiction to it on other stuff. That I always thought was
dang.
interesting because you got to remember it only really works with He-Man because He-Man is so selfless and stuff anyway. So
Yeah.
what if like it, as you can see here, what if Skeletor does get it? He's already power hungry, but his addiction to power was like his natural thing. It wasn't like the sword doing it.
Yeah.
So imagine if it's like amplifying your bad traits the same way it amplifies his good traits.
Ooh, that
I don't
sounds
know,
like a
like that's
very
an
good challenge.
interesting idea for a He-Man since they never really done it. And
Hmm.
doing it right now when a trailer is about to come out soon. I'm like, is that what the
Oh,
plot of the movie is?
that's a good point to bring up. They just want to get the hype out of the trailer too. So you know.
Yeah, because this is a brand new #1. And He-Man
Mhm.
was doing okay for sales, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
They're doing like the same, all the 80s shows are doing pretty okay. Gargoyles,
Last,
Captain Planet.
last I recall, he was the last comic I saw. He was having a crossover with the Turtles.
Of all fucking people, like what the fuck?
I know. But yeah, I definitely do want to pick this up. It's been a while since I read He-Man
Uh,
Audience. And, oh,
yeah,
it did
I'm
say
gonna
like,
buy it too.
and they did say like a Tilo's going to be like a leader of some kind here. I forgot.
She is, but it's more just her stepping into the sorceress role and leading
Ah,
like the magic people and stuff, from my understanding.
okay, gotcha.
Um,
Hmm.
I really wanted to do a He-Man crossover with Conan the Barbarian, bro.
Too obvious, man. They're too
It's too
similar.
obvious, but they never did it. I would love to see He-Man Conan.
You just want to see all that testosterone being thrown at you, Jay Austin. You
I
know,
want them to draw. I want him to become He-Man, and I want to be a fusion of Arnold Schwarzenegger and that guy who played He-Man in the original film.
the Russian from Rocky Four.
Yeah, I want that type of feel. I feel like that could be very cool. Also,
Yeah.
their main villain both are like skeleton people. I just think it's funny.
Oh, that would be fun. Just straight up the villain to see how it goes.
Or
You know,
I'll always take He-Man and the Thundercats. Thundercats doing pretty good right now. I wouldn't mind
yep.
seeing that either.
I'm pretty sure they had a crossover at some point.
They did,
So, mhm.
but
Oh,
having I don't know, all the 80 comics are resurging. I wouldn't mind them doing more crossovers and stuff.
Yeah. Hopefully by tomorrow we can talk about a certain 80s comic if someone's available, you know?
Yeah, someone's very
Something,
special to his team.
yep. Something about, I don't know, a silver thought, maybe revolving around wings,
Something about some bird, some silver doves or something.
Yeah, but we'll
Silver
see.
eagle.
Yep. But anyway, so yeah, any final thoughts on this, Austin, before we call it a night?
I'm excited. Tim Steele is a pretty decent writer, if I remember
Oh
correctly.
yeah. He's had some
The
hit.
art,
He's had good stuff. Mhm.
the art looks great. So it's one of those. It should be good. You're hoping it's good, but you wait and see.
Yeah. So, alrighty then. Yeah, audience. That's all the topics. Man, we went overtime. It's been a while since we went
To
overtime.
be fair, bro, I didn't expect Witch to care as much as we did about Marvel Zombies.
Yeah.
But that honestly could have been its own fucking review night.
It could have, but we had like so many other reviews that coincide today. Probably should have, but yeah, it is what it is. Thanks for joining us, audience. We'll see you next time when we talk about the comics of the week.